She head nice and she red tight, so she head
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
All night until she right out the night, and your head gone. Way up then she right out the night, touch it tight, all night until she right out the night. If your head bad and your head gone, way up then she right out the night. She come in the party with she head bad. I wonder what she do to get she head so damn bad. She said she drinking, punching with beer, hot spot winding up on her chair. Look, people, them start to stare. Oh Lord, oh. The way she whine and getting on bad, crazy like she going mad. She said right now she feel right, until she whine out the right there. She tight all night until she whine out the right there. Got your head bad and your head gone. Well then she whine out the right there. She tight all night until she whine out the right there. If your head bad and your head gone. Well then she whine out the right there. The way that you whine and a bubble and girl, so you put me in a trouble and the way you move that waistline to the drum and the bassline, girl, look trouble now. The way she whine and going down low, like a CNC camel toe. Cause everybody don't know. Oh lad, oh. The way she getting on bad, crazy like she going mad. She said right now she feel tight, until she whine out the tight lip. She tight all night, until she whine out the tight lip. Put your head bad, and your head gone, and your head mad, whine out the tight lip. Say she tight all night, until she whine out the tight lip. Put your head bad, and your head gone, where you tell she whine out the tight lip. Girl, come on, 9 meal later. You know we are going to fix that later. Girl, later go be greater. I hope you go to the helicopter. Girl, just rock and come over. Girl, just whine and bend over. Girl, come whine pan the thing, yeah. Hey, and whine out the tight lip. She tight all night until she whine out the tight lip. Got your head bad and your head gone. Wait until she whine out the tight lip. She tight all night until she whine out the tight lip. She head bad and she head gone. Wait until she whine out the tight lip. She come in the party with she head bad. I wonder what she do to get she head so damn bad. Like she mixing punching with beer and start whining like she don't care. Look, everybody starts there. Oh lad, oh. The way she whine and getting on bad, crazy like she going mad. She said right now she feel nice until she whine out your tight lip. Yeah, hey, where I tell she whine out your tight lip. Your head bad and your head good. Where I tell she whine out your tight lip. Your head nice and your head right. Where I tell she whine out your tight lip. Hey, what I'm saying? Where I tell she whine out your tight lip. The way you are whining a bubble and girl say you put me in a trouble and the way you move that waistline to the drum and the bassline, girl, look trouble now. The way she mixing punching like that, unwinding up party. Oh nah, hey man, badada. Said she had bad, and she had gone, and she had nice, and she real tight. Said she had bad, and she had gone. Why I tell she, why not you like this? Said she tight, said she tight, said she tight all night. I tell she, why not you like this? Cause you had bad, and you had gone. Why I tell she, why not you like this? Said she tight, said she tight, said she tight all night. I tell she, why not you like this? If you had bad, and you had gone. Why I tell she, why not you like this? She come in the party with she had bad, 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 bad. I wonder what she do to get she head so damn bad. She said she drinking punching with beer, hot spot winding up on her chair. Look people them start to stare. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh. The way she whine and getting on bad, girl feel like she going mad. She said right now she feel right. I tell she whine out the like this. She tight, she tight, she tight all night. I tell she whine out the like this. Cause your head bad and your head gone. Why I tell she whine out the like this. She tight, she tight, she tight all night. I tell she whine out the like this. If your head bad and your head gone. Why I tell she whine out the like this. The way that you whine and a bubble and girl say you put me in a trouble and the way you move that waistline to the drum and the bassline, girl look trouble now. The way she whine and going down low, like a seeing she camel toe. Cause everybody don't know. Oh lad, oh lad, oh. The way she getting on bad, girl she like she going mad. She say right now she feel tight. I tell she, I know she like it. She tight, she tight, she tight all night. I tell she, I know she like it. Put your head bad, and your head gone, and your head mad. I know she like it. Say she tight, she tight, she tight all night. I tell she, I know she like it. She head bad, and the head gone. Why I tell she, I know she like it. Girl come home by me later. You know we are go fix that later. Girl later go be greater. I hope you could do the helicopter. Girl just rock and come over. Girl just whine and bend over. Girl can whine and the thing ya. Hey, and whine out the like this. Then she tight, she tight, she tight all night. I tell she whine out the like this. But your head bad and your head gone. Well I tell she whine out the like this. She tight, she tight, she tight all night. I tell she whine out the like this. She head bad and she head gone. Well I tell she whine out the like this. She come in the party with she head bad, 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 bad. I wonder what she do to get she head so damn bad, bad. Like she mixing punching with beer and start whining like she don't care. Look, everybody starts there. Oh lord, oh lord, oh. The way she whine and getting on bad, girl feel like she going mad. She say right now she feel nice. I tell she whine out your tightness. Yeah, hey, where I tell she whine out your tightness. Your head bad and your head good. Where I tell she whine out your tightness. Your head nice and your head right. Where I tell she whine out your tightness. Hey, what I'm saying? Where I tell she whine out your tightness. The way you are whining a bubble and girl say you put me in a trouble and the way you move that waistline to the drum and the bassline, girl look trouble now. The way she mixing punching like that, unwinding up punching. Oh now, famous, badada.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
What is it? Hey, Badandoy. Bangwadi Bambi Ding Dandoy. Famous. Well, I keep a big family meeting in a beach house up in Toko. Call my family and my friends and them tell them something I want them know. From the time you're ready for me and time to leave this world. And when you're running the house to the city burner and show it down in the whole call. When I get bury my stone, I don't want the honor man could buy me. When I get bury my stone, put everything in the cemetery. When I get bury my stone, you can't make no macaroni pie. When I get bury my stone, I'm not giving the honor man no blind. Somebody bambing nandoy. Matadan, are moving real sad. But I watch him and tell him straight to the face, the honor man, display man. He only waiting for me to pass away so he could move in the house. And could cook up his food on my new stove. I got the ass on the couch. So when I dead, bury me stove. I don't want the honor man cook by me. When I dead, bury me stove. Put everything in the cemetery. When I dead, bury me stove. He can't make no macaroni pie. When I dead, bury me stove. He better go buy KFC and buy.
Bang, 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 bang.
Check, check, mic check, bounce check, no check. What I say? Hey, when we don't want no pastel for Christmas, is pay me. I say pay me. I say we don't want no pastel for Christmas, is pay me. I say pay me. I must buy me punching, must buy me white curtain, must buy them children something. It's whole year I'm working. I must buy me new couch to put in me old house. Look, T and tech threatening. It's Christmas they cutting. So we don't want no pastel for Christmas. It's pay me. I say pay me. I say we don't want no pastel for Christmas. It's pay me. I say pay me. Can't go by the neighbor. Had nothing to offer. You're promising back pay, but it's all they give me back pay. Must put up some new thing and take down some old thing. Making my wife quarrel. Can't even buy vinyl. What? But we don't want no pastel for Christmas. It's pay me. I say pay me. I say we don't want no pastel for Christmas. It's pay me. I say pay me. Hey, you better run something. You better give me something. It's whole where we working. This ain't no drunk thing. You better run something. You better give me something. This ain't no drunk thing. My pocket hurting. So as long as you pay, we are happy. Are happy. For Christmas we happy. As long as you pay me, are happy. For Christmas we happy. I say we happy. So I could buy a smart TV for my whole family. You're playing your dono. Right now I'm ducking from flow. And my fridge is empty. While you having plenty. We fed up a hamper. I must buy my children pamper.
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check. Okay, 29 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Wendy and John. Gloria, Escala. Hey, Kerr Prasad, good morning. Mr. Ramnarain, good morning to you. How we enjoy your birthday yesterday? Carmen, good morning. Portia, John Charles, good morning. Carmen, good morning. Desmond. Andrea, good morning. Do that, Mohan. Good morning to you, Mala. Peter Samlal Singh, good morning. Royal Prasad, good morning to you. Rolly, good morning. Zebrian Gandhi, good morning. Joyce Ram, good morning. Hey, Jawani, Jagrup, good morning to you. Hey, Cindy Mohan, good morning. Princess Stone in the house, good morning to you. Just School. And I'm the Tilok saying a pleasant good morning to you. Nazali and Mr. Ali, a pleasant good morning to you. Hey, Cindy Mohan, good morning. Narisha, good morning to you. Troy Smith, good morning. ICLAY. And Maria Amen, good morning to you. Marilyn C. Charan, a pleasant good morning to you. Matilda Rhodes, a pleasant good morning to you. Hira, good morning. Majendra Maharaj, a pleasant good morning to you. Michael Scotton, good morning. Anne Brown here, good morning. Cyril. Hey, Tommy. Oh, we are going, my brother. A pleasant good morning to you. Elizabeth, good morning. Jill Monroe, good morning. Nigel Black, good morning to you. Mentor, I see a little while. How we are going? Betty, how we are going? Afrida, mom, and a pleasant good morning to you. Azad, Khan, oh God, boy. You know what about oh God? Hey, Azad, Khan, all I will say is morning to you and oh God, boy. Pressure. Hey, Sita, pleasant good morning to you. Joyce Ram. Jennifer Ramjit, good morning. Hey, Sherry. Abraham, good morning to you. Annette. Sukram, good morning.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh, Lord.
Bang, bang, bang.
Born to us, a child was born. Born to us, I never loved his son. Like a thief in the night, he shone his light. For condemnation. Hooray, hooray, hurrah, hurrah, they say. Our Savior is born today. He's running close to life.
Oh boy, Gary Mahabir say, Fali needs to chill in Tobago. What he doing, Gary? Let's hear what he's doing. Sharon Lee, good morning to you. Rada, good morning. Eprim Raj, good morning to you. Pundit Piram Maharaj, a pleasant good morning to you. Brian Lochan, good morning. Abigail, good morning to you. Rafika Singh, good morning. Rick Luxman, good morning to you. Patch, oh, we're going good morning. Susan Bootman. Juice Woman. The Iron Lady. Oh dear, good morning to you. Ryan Ali John, a pleasant good morning to you. Raquel, good morning. A freeze Mohammed, a pleasant good morning to you. Landa Cordner, good morning. Sheldon Roach, good morning to you. Aye.
He was conceived, so said and done. All three in one, a truly blessed son. He displayed his own skill and father's will.
Hey Sherma, good morning to you. Ishmael Khan, good morning.
Our Savior is born today. He's running close to life while the shepherds die.
Good morning to you. Hey, y'all, let me say good morning to you. Faye and Mr. Clarence, a pleasant good morning to you all. Mr. Don. Gobin. Yes, Mr. Gobin. Good morning to you. Big Ram, all of you, a pleasant good morning to you all. Ravi, aka Postman.com, Daddy, everybody that listens, good morning. Trincia, good morning to you. Janet Singh Kaladin, a pleasant good morning to you. Barup, how are you going, boy? 007, good morning. Farmer Kane Farmer. Cassava Man, Felix. Felix's wife, his family, everybody that are local, even Felix, and the other two Felix has been local. And a pleasant good morning to you all. Jama, Rampasad, good morning to you. Bujam John. Nathaniel, good morning to you. What are you doing in Tobago? Man, we had to win the election day, you know. We're complaining about You gotta tell me. But the Bernie go hard at under control, man.
This is Caribbean Vibes.
The US helping us to secure our country. Farley needs to chill. The US are helping us to secure our country. All right. Thank you very much, Elaine Manoran. Royal Passad. Nice. Kenneth Passad, good morning. Oh boy. That you know. Ann Munsami, good morning. Annie, good morning. Right. Let me do that music thing in me too much day too in truth. That enough Christmas Day. We still have to try to build back our country. Without no money. Treasury dry. Felix Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, all of you, good morning. Miller, good morning. Marika Miller, good morning. Yeah, Gary Mabir. That is all you say, Fall need to chill. I think he behaving himself, man. Tara Brandon, good morning. Subdare Duque, good morning. Patricia Reed, morning. Ram Narayan, morning. Mina Steiner, good morning to you. Rajendra Maharaj, good morning. Yes, I tell them people, to tell our Tobago brothers and sisters that national security can discuss it accordingly, however, because I don't see the reason for nobody discussing radar and wanting all that information and things. But Dave Maras, good morning. Earl Logan, good morning to you. Okay, so Rajani saying good morning, Krishna. How are you going? Good morning. Joel, good morning. Elvis. Good morning. Hey, Zamid Mohammed, a pleasant good morning to you. Margaret, good morning. Andy, the weather cold, Patricia. You, let me leave you alone, yes. Again, me know if you is man or woman, yes. The weather cold. We're not gonna have the aram goat. For me, know if it's man, woman, or animal, I don't know. Where am I to see? Amzad, Khan, good morning, Bernadette. Where am I say, Patricia? Jason Jeffries, good morning. Stanford Thomas, good morning. Vanessa Daniel, good morning. How are you going? Miss Coover, how are you going? Hey, Mr. Komoto, good morning to you.
Morning, Andy. Morning, Andy. Morning. I'm on the road, man. I'm on the road heading to Chicago. Very snow, very cold. Snowing. Anyway, I'm my front bonnet today, man. Hey, I see somebody, old man in the parliament, talking about the radar in Tobago. And the whole session is about invasion. She's talking about radar. How the USC 50 plane leaving making noise and saying that who give permission for that plane, that aircraft, US aircraft to land in Tobago. I want to tell her something. You don't own Tobago. You don't own Trinidad and Tobago. Nobody owns Tobago. It's a Trinidad and Tobago. And Kamala is the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister is from Trinidad and Tobago. You do what she says. That's what she's doing. Right? First of all, we money, your American money, we American money, pay for that radar over there. Millions of dollars. Our taxpayers' money. Not yours. They put a radar for your protection. Right? If you know how to think, take that wig off your head. And you might think better. Right? You're not thinking with a wig on your head. Right? Alright? And your eyelashes and take them out. I know I think and see better. Right? We taxpayers pay for that. You ain't paying for nothing. Right? They could land there if they want. You can't stop them. Right? Like for your own protection. Like for drug runners coming in over the waters over there. They know what's going on. Right? So what you have to hide, you have poking out in the sun, you're expecting rain, right? Vietnamites, That's why your former Prime Minister say Trinidad and Tobago is stupid. You know why? For what you're thinking about. You're really stupid. You're past stupid. You're loco. Right? All you're crazy, man. Everything to bring down Kamala regime. Anything that they should do good for that country, all you want to bring it down. All you ungrateful to the people, man. Right? Right? So I do sometimes I don't care about it. Right? Especially the ungrateful one. Let them starve. Let me leave them right there.
Bang, 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 bang,
We Papa. But who Kerr talking about? I didn't hear the truck. The truck was thinking about here. But who ungrateful? Who you talking about, Kenrick? Hey, Darren Mohan, good morning to you. Hey, Denver Mohan, too, good morning. My partner there in Valencia West. Neil De Silva, good morning. Delia, his beautiful wife, daughter Keke, good morning to you. Yeah, she's sister Dana. Dana, good morning. Nasa Hussein, how long me and you and me bunks up? How you going, my brother? But you tell me who Kenrick talking about there now, man? Who Kenrick talking about? Andy. Man, I'm for a better man. They're stupid. That's why I have to tell them that when I'm ready, man. It's we American taxpayers' money pay for that radio, man. Millions of dollars. Not the moon. Oh, God. Yeah, I can't say G-O-D at all. I just say G-A-D. Oh, God. Ay, ay, ay. Who the hell can we start heating up this morning there, so? Man, like somebody in Tobago, somebody there, he's saying that the money and pay for that. It's them American dollars pay for that. Okay, Rick, I think yesterday somebody tell me. Hey, D'Souza, good morning. Roma Price, good morning. Nancy Bastio, good morning. Krishna, good morning. Somebody tell me, Kenrick, that that's a portable radar. They say when America going with the radar. So what? All the American dollars lend me the radar to go with it after. We had to let me know. The radar is we on after. It's staying there. Where is he seen with that radar in Tobago there? And let me know who is that here going on with in Tobago there that thing up for this radar thing there. Red Lutchman said the Bago senator. Nice, so long as it's not Fali. I'm a partner. I know he's supposed to be smarter than that. While yes, I had to head to Bago and all. Yeah. Check Mother Bernie and the crew. Yeah, passing 1 or 2 meetings, going on a little bullhorn here, there. Meet 1 or 2 of the people. That's what we talking about.
bang, 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 bang.
Got to make sure Rowley and the PNM never raise head. Ever. Alien Charles, good morning to you. Nothing Tobago. Tobago wants we don't want them. Only you, but PNM we don't want you. We don't want you. Only not good. Let me see this one day. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. be them greatest shits. That's what it's saying here. She was caught playing smart with foolishness. Let me see who was caught playing smart with foolishness. Anybody have who was debating the radar from Tobago? I want to see that clip there earlier. Send it for your partner. Send it for me. But meanwhile, let's see who was caught. All right. Let's see who was caught playing smart with foolishness. That's what they say, you know. They say she was caught playing smart with foolishness. So let's hear.
A few days ago, persons residing in the western part of Tobago were startled awake by the sound of a very unfamiliar sound of a military aircraft leaving the A&R Robinson International Airport in Tobago. Huh? We did not give permission for such an aircraft to operate. Huh? We were not consulted on this. Huh?
I try to see where my honorable senatorial colleague is going before I can. So continue, please.
We have been invaded by a foreign military. We did not give permissions.
Where the hell is this?
I think you're going in an area that is not associated with the matter properly before us. So that's why I said I wanted you to put it in context so that we can see the relevance of what you are saying. And I give you the opportunity, but I realize you are going on and on. So could you get to the subject matter of home invasion? This is not a military invasion. It's home invasion, okay?
If irrelevant and seeking to cause mischief was a person.
A few days ago, persons residing in the western part of Tobago were startled awake by the sound of a very unfamiliar sound of a military aircraft leaving the A&R Robinson International Airport in Tobago. Huh? We did not give permission for such an aircraft to operate. Huh? We were not consulted on this. Huh?
I try to see.
Wait, let me ask, who is that man? Who tell me who is this man? I'm going to show already, right? Who is this man? Watch this woman talk all that nonsense. Who is that man there, Ole? That is a PRM senator? Faris and all, you and all your wicked boy? You will sit down listening to this woman talk all that crap there, boy? What?
A few days ago,
what, Faris? What's the man?
Persons residing
What's the woman in the back here?
In the western part of Tobago were startled awake
Faris
by
realize she
the
going
sound of a very unfamiliar sound.
This man laughing. Watch.
Of a military aircraft leaving the A&R Robinson International Airport in Tobago. Huh? We did not give permission for such an aircraft to operate. Huh? We were not consulted on this. Huh?
Hi. Oh God, oi. Faris like you want to know well. But Faris had so many embarrassing this baby go guilty. Oh my God, oh my God. Let me call Mother Bernie there. I want to make sure that all is well with my boy Farley up there, you know, everything going up there. Yeah. You know, everybody settle down, you know. But he might be well cooking up seafood, cheap, nice like breakfast, and them this morning they already there, you know. When they go to Tobago, they never go and vibe. She they with all that nice breakfast, eh? Alright, like Mother Bernie real busy there. You could always ring me back, Mother Bernie. You could always ring me back. Right. Somebody else I also wanted to touch base with was Silver Fox. Long time we are here. I wonder if he alright, if he dead or alive. Yeah, let me find out what's going on with Silver Fox Day in Tobago, boy, boy. We ain't here from here long time. It's a rainy day, raining outside and we can't go out to play. Oh, remember that? Oh, remember that one I said there? Right back in my days there, that little boy, you know, boy. Yeah, with all this rain. Silver Fox, like, what do you have Silver Fox alright? The Silver Fox and all in answer any phone. I hope he alright too. When we get on to Tunapuna the other day, we get on to Mr. Ramna Ryan. We ain't get on to Silver Fox. Who missing? Who missing in the dance? Right. So we ain't get on to Silver Fox.
Morning, Andy. Morning again. I was talking about a woman paying her mics in the parliament. Talking about the raider who gave them permission to land the US Air Force down in Tobago. Right? A woman was talking about her paying her mic. Right? In Tobago. She's one of these paying her mics. Senator one of them, I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. I've never seen that people. I don't know either. So that's what I'm talking about. Alright? You all have a good day, man. Guys, only good for them and the radar. They'll install a permanent radar for them, man. Don't worry. They'll leave a radar. They'll put something there for them. Or they might leave that. Never know. So they usually leave stuff like that when you all need it. Most likely they might leave it, man. That'll be a good thing for them. Right? So they gotta teach these people, whoever over there, this is the up-to-date radar to know to operate a system. So they have to give them some training. That's all it is. Alright.
Pleasant good morning, Mikey, Lennox, and Andy. Well, Andy and Lennox, let me just draw my phone banana. You know all them moped, bicycle, riding in between traffic and all them kind of thing. Then the police and them do something about that, eh? Because sooner or later they're going to end up, somebody going to end up getting bounced down or kind of thing. And especially once we sell on the highway. Why it is we have to wait until somebody dead on the highway, boy, selling all them things and them. Move them out for there. You understand? It's too dangerous. Safety, they're talking about safety and they have them selling in between traffic and things. I see a woman there up around Twin City, they nearly get she's dead boy. Running across the road, but she little thing in she hand, she orange and all kind of thing. So they will do something about it before something happens now. Stop this, police, stop this thing and see if we can figure it out now, man. Alright? Blessings everyone. Again, all them riders and them, bicycle fellas and them, stop that from importing that. Blessings.
Oh boy. Duke Num on THA election plans. Other parties are ready. Oh, Duke Num. Oh, Duke Num. Oh boy, the Chief Personal Officer Darrell. Yes, the President Felicia, our executive member and the CPO senior staff shows the memo signed at the CPO office in Port of Spain yesterday. They say back pay in parts. Right, the PSA boss, well, Felicia, agrees to take portions of the 10% payout by December the 23rd. So some will get a piece of the payout before the Christmas. Mom wants her daughter detained under SOE order, freed for Christmas. Let me hear that one. Mom wants her daughter freed for the Christmas, right? Let's hear. What daughter? Let's hear. Alright, I paid 7. Well, boy, that's your mommy always says beg them. If they ain't begging for the sons, they're begging for their daughters.
Her begs PM after daughter's arrest for online threats. Elizabeth Vasquez. Lease let her free for Christmas. Tive detention order, PDO, after issuing public posts on social media deemed to be prejudicial to public safety, is urgently begging Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar to forgive her. The tearful plea for her daughter to be returned to the family in time for Christmas by Helen Vasquez Rosales was aimed at the very person whom Samaru had allegedly directed online threats to 1 week ago. Standing on the front porch of her home in Valencia yesterday, Vasquez Rosales repeatedly begged Persad-Bissessar to intervene in the matter. Apologizing profusely for what she described as Aliana's mistakes, Vasquez Rosales said she has had no contact with her daughter following the arrest on November 25th. She begged for information on her daughter's whereabouts, saying, "First of all, I want to apologize to Prime Minister Kamla on behalf of my daughter Aliana Samaru. Well, how she is. She wrong. She disrespectful. She mouth hot, and I does had to be talking to she about that because I end up talking to her, and I tell her, I hear something about you on the live and I hope that you're not in no trouble because that is the government of TNT." Admitting Samaru had subsequently defended her online rants by claiming her statements were made under the ambit of free speech, Vasquez Rosales recalled warning her daughter not to get carried away. Samaru, 32, a mother of 2 boys aged 7 and 11, was detained by police last Tuesday at her apartment in Chaguanas. This, after police turned up on Vasquez Rosales' doorstep looking for her. Samaru, who is currently unemployed, Pretty Aliana, reportedly posted several videos on her social minister and the government of TNT by Venezuela. Believing Persad-Bissessar holds the key to Samaru's freedom, appealed. "I don't know what happened to my daughter. But I really apologize to Prime Minister Kamla. If you could forgive she, then she could spend the rest of the time with she Chiran because she is father and mother. Saying Samaru's children keep asking for her, she continued, I know you as a mother of the land. I know you as a mother, but if you could please forgive Aliana, and if you could just let she go, let she be a mother and father to her children and them. Vasquez Rosales is hoping Samaru's arrest has taught her not to disrespect the Prime Minister or anybody in Parliament. I am very sorry from the bottom of my heart, with my whole heart. Claiming Samaru's online posts had come as a surprise to her, she said her other 3 children were all scared now. Requesting answers from the relevant authorities on Samaru's health and well-being, she said, we don't know where she is, we're not seeing anything and nobody telling us anything. She again called for understanding and clear heads to prevail. As she added, she does want to be like them news people and saying all kind of thing. Please, have her heart for she because she have 2 children that need her. Asked what advice she would give other people who believe free speech entitles them to say what they want online without consequences, she responded, you cannot disrespect the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is for we, for TNT. Or any of the people in Parliament, you know. You cannot be calling up what is UNC and PNM to disrespect anybody. So anybody who have a thought to do that and disrespect the Prime Minister is a no-no because the Prime Minister is the Prime Minister. She have say for everything. Thank God it wasn't worse. Asked what had become of Samaru's children and how the family would cope until she is released, which could possibly be in February when the state of emergency, Siri, comes to an end, Vasquez Rosales said, it go just be sadness. She fought back a fresh wave of tears as she said Samaru's young sons were complaining they weren't getting kisses and hugs from their mother. Christmas won't be no Christmas, she said, begging once again for her to be reunited with the family. Mother begs PM after daughter's arrest for online threats.
Bang, 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 bang.
That's how them supposed to know, them supposed to know. Way boy. She's both mother and father to your children. You going up there, that's why saying, boy, all you had to think. I'm feeling sorry for the mother. That means I'm mother now. Because if it's you are both mother and father that day. You expect to come out next year February. Your mouth, you have to know what you're saying, girl. Look at your mother now. Had to mind 2-3 children they will leave there. The mother begging nice too. She begging nice. I'm feeling sorry for the woman, boy. Oh, lad. Let me hear that again. Let me hear that again. What do you think? What do you think the Honorable Prime Minister for the Christmas? You know, especially with her pleading mother day, she says she daughter wrong. She begging. She begging for the, at least if she child could be released still for the Christmas day, so before the Christmas, to come home to she children and them. She says she daughter do stupidness. Aye, aye, aye. She says she don't know the whereabouts of she daughter.
TH begs PM after daughter's arrest for online threats. Ease let her free for Christmas. Media deemed to be prejudicial to public safety is urgently begging Prime Minister Kamla Persad Bissessar to forgive her. The tearful plea for her daughter to be returned to the family in time for Christmas by Helen Vasquez Rosales was aimed at the very person whom Samaru had allegedly directed online threats to 1 week ago. Standing on the front porch of her home in Valencia yesterday, Vasquez Rosales repeatedly begged Persad Bissessar to intervene in the matter. Apologizing profusely for what she described as Aliana's mistakes, Vasquez Rosales said she has had no contact with her daughter following the arrest on November 25th. She begged for information on her daughter's whereabouts, saying, "First of all, I want to apologize to Prime Minister Kamla on behalf of my daughter Aliana Samaru."
She apologizing on behalf of her daughter and all. That's why all the children just know to shut all them out. All they just understand the trouble it is about here, boy. And then pull their parents to that kind of pressure and pain. Oh God, that the woman daughter, the woman must dig her horrors. She could be under pressure. Anyone only go feel it for their child. If Aliana now wasn't a girl that way, it's not really a bad girl, but just this talk stupidness. Social media, this girl, they send all they go mad. That she end up there now, watch. So the mother might be begging them because the girl might be a good girl, but what? For likes? For fame? For credits? What? To show off? And look in the damn jail now, and your three children there, your mother be begging and pleading in pain. Your damn children them now asking, where mommy, where mommy? All you think, you know. Now me and all feeling a kind of hoe, boy.
Well, how she is. She wrong. She disrespectful. She mouth hot, and I does had to be talking to she about that because I end up talking to her, and I tell her, I hear something about you on the live and I hope that you're not in no trouble because that is the government of TNT. Admitting Samaru had subsequently defended her online rants by claiming her statements were made under the ambit of free speech, Vasquez Rosales recalled warning her daughter not to get carried away. Samaru, 32, a mother of two boys aged 7 and 11, was detained by police last Tuesday at her apartment in Chaguanas. This, after police turned up on Vasquez Rosales' doorstep looking for her. Samaru, who is currently unemployed and goes by the online handle of Pretty Aliana, reportedly posted several videos on her social media account, allegedly inviting violence on the Prime Minister and the government of TNT by Venezuela.
Pretty Aliana, better to go look for man, girl. Will you get yourself involved in that there, your mother in pain, so? Better look for a good man there to help you mind them two children. Look where you put yourself in and your mother crying in pain there. Your children are missing you. And hope all your people listening and all your children and all your parents, grandparents, talk to all your children and grandchildren who feel social media and going up there and doing things just like that. Them things are real trouble. It are influencers now they see getting killed. Look, Kevin, the fella, look, he come and they shoot you up. There's a serious thing. Influencers power. Fame is power. And in having power, you all have to be responsible. Because you may end up touching the wrong corns. And when you touch the wrong corns, all right, you inside. When you touch the wrong corns, pow, 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 pow. I feel it, you know. Understanding the power and touching the wrong corns and the wrong people, you know. My mouth, you know. But I learn. Don't get tied up with social media. Don't get tied up if he's an influencer. Don't get tied up. If you have power, use all your power for betterment. The influence that the Pitbull have. Anybody ever see Andy Williams, the Pitbull on radio, going out there to personally attack this one or do this or do... No! When I open my mouth, it's to fight the powerful for the poor. When I open my mouth, it's to help this. It's a voice for the voiceless. It's not to be on petty thing and fighting petty people. It's to fight the big businessmen that robbing we, thieving we, doing me what I want. It's to fight the politicians, the corrupt ones, the wicked ones. That's how we suffering today. Whether we need a good security service, the police, or a good judiciary. Or look at the social service and a mess with the pay them leave. When I say make sure teachers get handled properly, police officers be treated good, soldier dies always, my fight always for people. Open all your mouth. Open all your mouth for the right things now, man. So you when get yourself in them kind of problems. What's your mother today now? Your mother, you think they children and them can't see you. 2 children. They can't see you, they know she had to be begging. But I wonder if the Honorable Prime Minister has any power in that aspect there, because she's a politician. I don't think, remember, it's separate arms. So I will love to know, well, who will have the power to be able to ease, to give a little ease. Yeah, to give a little ease to that mother. But with a apology when the lady, if they do that. So let them know now. I don't know how that is work. How it is work. Anybody who had that power to let off, or to, is it the Prime Minister? Is it the National Security Minister? Is it who? Who will have that power to be able to give a pardon? Patricia Reid, don't go there. Don't go there. The government didn't do nothing wrong. Where the hell she going up on social media? They're talking stupidness. Pretty, wherever she named Pretty this. Better she go up there and talk and look for a man than to go up with them set of stupid threats. Lord, Abigail say Lishide. Anne-Marie say let her stay there. The energy she took to put out that video, she should have that energy to make some time. No pardon. Oh Lord. Visa. Morning caller. Caller, morning.
Hello? Hey, good morning, Andy.
Good morning to you, Kenrick Prasad. Go ahead, my brother.
Listen. I hear the video, I hear the cry of my mother, and I felt very sorry for her. Because the woman, it's not her fault, is that what she hear in social media, and she take it to on a different level. You know what I mean? And she say all the things what she should not say. I don't think she mean what she said, that what people talking about. Miss Kamala Possessor, Honorable, please have some compassion for her. She made a mistake. I, Kenrick, I live in the United States. I'm an American citizen. I'm asking you to let her go. I don't know who you have to talk to. She learned her lesson. And she had 2 kids asking for her. I know you is a compassionate woman. Give her a chance. People make mistakes in life. And let her go. Let her go to her family for Christmas. It's most important. Family is important. And I think she learned her lesson. That is choices she make, and she have to correct that. And next time, I will not have a next time. All right, I don't know who you have to talk to, Andy. Talk to somebody, Alexander, one of them. Let them have some kind of, communication with her and let her. I say that. All right, Andy. I feel sorry for that mother. People make mistakes in life, and she learn a lesson. She got the point. All right. Thank you.
Oh boy, Daniel Restless say, Ruthless say they can make that the damage has already been done. Alright, Abigail again. I don't know, I don't know, boy. I don't know. I might have to stay out of this because look, my friend here saying, Abigail is saying it's not just one video she had. I had to block her because of her mouth. So it's not one video alone she had. Can make that way Abigail saying. Anne-Marie is saying, Kenrick, no, let she stay right there. No, she made more than one videos. So she did that willfully. Oh, jeez, you web. Well, me know is all that video. I say it's one thing the way the mother crying there. Magani's friend send a voice note now. Let me hear it. I want to hear it in your accent. Don't write. What to do with she? We should beg for she. She had to stay there. Let me know Magani's friend. I'm looking out for my voice note there, girl. What we gonna do? Beg we prime minister for the lady there, for the girl, for the mother sake. All let me know. Let the people know what to do. Send voice notes. What we gonna do? Beg for she. Did she write up? Some people saying the woman like it's plenty videos this woman put up to. How she gonna pop so much I think too. She can't do that. Oh Lord, why she gonna pop all them things too? Pingaram say PNM AK. I don't know where that I will help her. She threatened my prime minister and her ministers. That is, way boy. Oh yeah. Please pardon her. She will learn. Look, Krishna saying they look Krishna at least saying they will at least pardon the girl. She will learn she lesson. Oh Lord. Chan saying it was a threat to our Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Jill Monroe saying, look, Kenrick, it's time for people in this country to face the consequences for their actions, or they will never learn. Kenrick, you hear that? Papa, yo. I feel I go stay out. Let me hear Beulah. Beulah is a church woman, you know. Beulah is a church woman. She have plenty cats. You know, real cats there. She have a nice big fluffy cat there. She have there like too. But I don't know, boy. Beulah is a church woman. Let me hear what Beulah saying. Beulah, morning. Where you think we should beg the Prime Minister? Where you think, Beulah? I know you're a woman of God. Yeah.
But what you mean make the Prime Minister and God? Don't mock God now. Please do not mock God this early morning. This God, Yeshua, HaMashiach, Jesus. Right? And I listening to you, what you were saying that the mother apologizing and you're feeling sorry for, you know, how the mother have to apologize and because of the children. Don't put the children in it. When this girl did this video, she didn't thinking about nothing but to assassinate Kamala Prasad Biswas, our Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Right? She didn't thinking about the consequences. An apology from the mother is not accepted because if somebody do me wrong or do me harm, I want to hear it from that person have to apologize to me. Because when the mother apologized and Kamala feels sorry and let out that woman because of the children, because using things like she's a man and a woman in one and she's had to take care. Well, then she should have studied that before she do that live video that went global, right? This is the Prime Minister. This is not like me or your neighbor or your friend, you're blaspheming. So is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and she had to have uttermost respect for the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar need not to fall into that trap with the mother apologizing. It comes just like the other woman, her husband apologizing on behalf of her. They doing the wrong and they not apologizing. Their father, their husband, their mother apologizing on behalf of them. It don't work. So if I hurt God, I have to go before the throne of God, humble myself and say, Lord, I'm sorry for what I did, right? And this is not right for you, and because this is compromising. So if you saying that Kamala should be just saying, if you say that Kamala should be sorry and let's show for Christmas because that's your children, don't use the children. Don't use the children in that. You see, when you compromise, you could do it again and again and again, and everybody trying to make go say, but Andy, so by so, and you allow that and you allowing that. Let the girl who did it, who made the live video for likes and shares and this and that about the Prime Minister, she have to apologize, because if it was me when the police come to arrest me, I would have done a live and said, Miss Kamala Persad-Bissessar, I am sorry. I didn't know what I was thinking about. You have to humble yourself. If you do not humble yourself, pride goeth before a fall, and a haughty heart before destruction. And you don't pick up for the mother, be sorry for the mother. Although the mother apologized, and the mother supposed to tell the daughter, apologize to Kamala, apologize, right? All of us, if anybody do us wrong, we don't want to hear the family apologizing on behalf of the person who hurt us. We want the person themselves to apologize us, because we know it coming from their heart.
Again, remember I say I go take 2 steps backwards, because I know the pit bull, my heart soft. And I hear children involved there and they asking for the mommy and thing now, but I didn't know she do other videos. But the Patricia Reed is asking her there because he know he's a God person. He didn't say God neither, he said God, G-O-D. He say, but cat lady, God talk about forgiveness.
He talk about forgiveness 70 times 7. But when he talk about forgiveness, you as the individual have to go before the throne of God and apologize. I wouldn't hurt God and tell somebody else to go and pray and ask God to forgive Beulah or things like that. I have to go before the throne of God. We all have to do that. If we hurt somebody, we go to them and we apologize to them. You have children, you wouldn't teach your children that if they hurt the teacher in school and say, babe, go and apologize to the teacher. And then you could come in after and say, yes, I'm really sorry that my child, but you have to teach your children manners. Teach them humanity, how to apologize. You hurt somebody, how. And you need to teach your people a little bit how to have respect for those in authority. Even though I hated Rowley so much, and I still do kind of hate him, but I love Rowley still. I wouldn't say anything like them kind of thing to assassinate Rowley and thing like that, because I know there is a God and his day will come that he will have to answer before God. Right? I just put an angry face if I share a video or clipping what he did, what he said about Trinidad and Tobago, and who dead and who live and hungry and starving, all these things. The Bible says okay to be angry, but sin not. Right? And this girl, I would love if she humbles herself and she go and call out to the Prime Minister and say, Miss Kamala Persad-Bissessar, I am totally sorry. I wasn't thinking. I am totally sorry from the bottom of my heart. Don't just say it with your lip, because the Bible says out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh, right? And words have life. Words have power. And if she humbles herself, not the mother didn't do the crime, she did it. And she have to apologize to the Prime Minister. The other lady, she have to apologize to the Prime Minister. But because they have so much of pride, right? They have so much of pride. They don't care. They're going to say, I'm going to make this time and I'm going to come out and I'm going to continue it. And if anybody's standing up for the mother not for, and going against what the girls say, then they're just as bad as she. And I'm done. All right, Andy?
All right. Well, I know the pitbull go take 1 step, 2 step backwards on this day. Because I don't know. I just feel like kind of howdy. Yeah, we gotta go to our next topic. David saying that we go to our next topic. Premier says she need to apologize to Miss Kamala right now. Annie, she coming back to say the same thing. So Annie, Abraham saying she will come back and say the same thing. Patricia Reed say cat lady, but she lock up. Right? How she goes apologize if she lock up? Well, that way he trying to say the. Right, Judith Robinson is saying first time caller. So yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing this Robinson person. They say there's a first time. Well, they didn't call the text. They say let she stay in prison. She must have respect for the Prime Minister. Let she learn a lesson. She was very disrespectful. Leave her there. Right? Alright, Gloria Scholar, my good friend here, Gloria, saying here, the mother sorry and embarrassed, but does the daughter feel the same way? Let her spend Christmas in jail so others could get the message. Oh, that's our next good point. You understand? Because if you look at pardon she did, quick day, so boy, I don't know, boy. Morning.
Hey, blessed morning, Andy. Blessed morning, Lennox. Blessed morning to Trinidad and Tobago.
KFC.
And they.
Well, here where's the topic this morning? The mother begging for she child. She say she's sorry and things. She said the child is a good girl and thing. You know, maybe she could come over the Christmas, at least the day before Christmas. Till she two children, the children asking for she did now. Wait.
She will spend a good Christmas. She will spend a good Christmas. The 3 square meals. She will get a gift for everything. But she a big educated girl like you. They say they get paid the medication. I pay the medication. They come and disrespect our Prime Minister and disrespect ministers. Look, I bonfire for the last 9 years. When you come in and disrespect Rowley or none of the ministers and them, I know what to say and how to say it. It's that thing the way you're saying and reading thing, your consequences to pay for. Being sorry, we are sorry for the two little children. The 2 little children in good hands. They were the grandmother there. Let she learn some sense and a man. And all them rest are paying and them only coming and disrespecting the Prime Minister. When we were fighting and toilet Andy and burning fire, we were disrespecting Rowley and saying to kill Rowley or do this or do that. No, we are doing them things.
I can't do that at all.
When people coming on your program and coming with them things, they get cut off one time. So we can't feel sorry for them and the damage already done because we never disrespect them government. But and they, I am a partner come yesterday and tell me, holy
so
faith.
KC, where means she'll get 3 square meals, she'll get ham and turkey and all them things in there?
But she get all that in there.
All right.
She Christmas nice. Some people out there Christmas isn't so nice. Must congratulations to the PSA workers with the 10% who hold on and fight. I love that young lady. She come right strong. And the cigar award now. And again, they put the 10%. I will get the money and spread wisely and put up money for the cherry fruit there. Because it's the 1% of them waiting, you know. Only more than about sale and this and that. Don't take all the money and go buy big TV and big stove and things necessary, you know. And the people that have the 4% mark ranking the teachers and them who sell out and take the 4%. All they have to wait. All they take money in the last 9 minutes. Fisher Thomas hold them when she comes and them and they wreaking the award now. And then I hear my partner telling me about it Holy Faith, Holy Faith. He sing a different song. Something they make it famous.
Oh Lord.
Because he tell me Holy Faith. It's something they make it famous. Because he was singing a different song, he was crying out for me. And I called him and saying, all right, Kerr, she's a fighter, there's that thing, and you tell him the Holy Faith. You see what's going on, Andy?
No,
Every man for their own self.
No, the man said, no, Kingsley say, he understand your pain, he say he know where you're going through. He say, but you don't want you to come live and do it now. He say, just Holy Faith a little bit, you know? And
I will
really go on the low profile and you know,
well, I only faith for 9 years plus, and I stay there, you know. I can only faith. God is the boss, you know. But sometimes I'm out there come out and talk him and I'm only seeing unjust and wickedness because some people, they're getting a little bread, they're getting a little this and that. I'm glad for everybody because they work hard, they get their reward. And when I'm come out and talking, who getting the bread and telling the KFC, you're coming and making the government look bad. I not coming and make the government look bad because I support the Honorable Prime Minister.
Right, but before you,
because I know she have. Oh.
Yeah, but before you go, we don't know you support the Honorable Prime Minister, and we many of us are advocating for you to be able to get you with something. Let me say thanks to where you going, John? Is John? Let me make sure.
You know.
Wait, I want to ask
you know,
something
yesterday
before you go. Today, Roger, yes. Yes, so Roger is saying to each and every one of you, including myself, today, Andy, it's World Disability Day. Say something about that. Today's World Disability Day. Do you feel sorry for disabled people? Today's World Disability Day. What encouraging words could you say, KFC, to the disabled people of Trinidad and Tobago? Many of them are asking for such things as like small buses, to be able to move from here to there, having ramps in various businesses. It will have much facilities for disabled people in Trinidad and Tobago. So I know the disabled man that passed away, George Daniel, I think what's his name, he used to be on a wheelchair. He was a fighter. He got a lot of things implemented for disabled people in Trinidad and Tobago. I think his name was George Daniel. Yes. What would you say on today, World Disability Day? To disabled people.
Let's say World Disability Day to all the disability people out there. Them come like with friends, with family. Them special and them need special attention. For the last 9 years, Andy, them was suffering because the PNM take away grants from them. This policy grant where the single mother can stay home and help all the policy chair and all them disability. So I want the government to look into that because this guy like $2,000 every month. And that money real small because where they get that money, Andy, to buy medicine and they have to pay rent and all them kind of thing. So the government go look into that now and see what the disability people, because you know the Honorable Prime Minister love disability chair. I think the teacher went into Tobago and you see the young disability boy hugging shop and kissing shop. And she opened a school for disability chair now over in Tobago there. We want it over here to disabled children. So, and they must love to all disability children, but and they.
Oi. Yeah, boy.
I see you was calling me, boy. Calling me for my little daughter play with the phone, boy. Yeah, like she was calling the program.
Yeah. I see my phone ringing down with your phone too, and when I answer, I hear your daughter in the background. But watch. Send me the office of Mohit now, because I want to talk to she too on your behalf. So I was calling you to get her office number now.
And they say no more. What is the boss? Would you have blessed no man could? And I love to understand.
Yes,
bless.
so send me the office number there. Oh boy, so today's World Disability Day too, and you know you all can say something on that. Let me look to go on some other topics there. But it just hurt, and I hope everyone learn a lesson. And then you know some people saying too, if they let out she, it have others too that could be let out, because you got to be fair now. If it is, they let you out for the Christmas for doing something wrong, well then, others could get let out too, because we met other people too who going in there. I know this girl face in truth. This half-breed girl, I know the girl, man. And look, she mother day, but this woman, I think I know she too. She campaign with me in Valencia, So she begging. Right, so we will go to something else, y'all. We'll go to something else. But just let me read that story again. And, but we're going to something else. Let me just go to that story once again.
Th begs PM after daughter's arrest for online threats. Please let her free for Christmas. Was arrested 1 week ago on a preventive detention order, PDO, after issuing public posts on social media deemed to be prejudicial to public safety, is urgently begging Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar to forgive her. The tearful plea for her daughter to be returned to the family in time for Christmas by Helen Vasquez Rosales was aimed at the very person whom Samaru had allegedly directed online threats to 1 week ago. Standing on the front porch of her home in Valencia yesterday, Vasquez Rosales repeatedly begged Persad-Bissessar to intervene in the matter. Apologizing profusely for what she described as Aliana's mistakes, Vasquez Rosales said she has had no contact with her daughter following the arrest on November 25th. She begged for information on her daughter's whereabouts, saying, "First of all, I want to apologize to Prime Minister Kamla on behalf of my daughter Aliana Samaru. Well, how she is. She wrong, she disrespectful. She mouth hot, and I does had to be talking to she about that because I end up talking to her, and I tell her, I hear something about you on the live and I hope that you not in no trouble because that is the government of TNT." Admitting Samaru had subsequently defended her online rants by claiming her statements were made under the ambit of free speech, Vasquez Rosales recalled warning her daughter not to get carried away. Samaru, 32, a mother of 2 boys aged 7 and 11, was detained by police last Tuesday at her apartment in Chaguanas. This, after police turned up on Vasquez Rosales' doorstep looking for her. Samaru, who is currently unemployed and goes by the online handle of Pretty Aliana, reportedly posted several videos on her social media account, allegedly inviting violence on the Prime Minister and the government of TNT by Venezuela. Believing Persad-Bissessar holds the key to Samaru's freedom, Vasquez Rosales appealed. "I don't know what happened to my daughter. But I really apologize to Prime Minister Kamla, if you could forgive she, and she could spend the rest of the time with she children because she is father and mother." Saying Samaru's children keep asking for her, she continued, "I know you as a mother of the land. I know you as a mother, but if you could please forgive Aliana, and if you could just let she go, let she be a mother and father to her children and them." Vasquez Rosales is hoping Samaru's arrest has taught her not to disrespect the Prime Minister or anybody in Parliament. "I am very sorry from the bottom of my heart, with my whole heart." Claiming Samaru's online posts had come as a surprise to her, she said her other 3 children were all scared now. Requesting answers from the relevant authorities on Samaru's health and well-being, she said, "We don't know where she is, we're not seeing anything and nobody telling us anything." She again called for understanding and clear heads to prevail, as she added, she does want to be like them news people and saying all kind of thing. "Please, have a heart for she because she have 2 children that need her." Asked what advice she would give other people who believe free speech entitles them to say what they want online without consequences, she responded, "You cannot disrespect the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is for we, for TNT. Or any of the people in Parliament, you know. You cannot be calling up what is UNC and PNM to disrespect anybody, so anybody who have a thought to do that and disrespect the Prime Minister is a no-no because the Prime Minister is the Prime Minister. She have say for everything. Thank God it wasn't worse." Asked what had become of Samaru's children and how the family would cope until she is released, which could possibly be in February when the state of emergency, comes to an end, Vasquez Rosales said, "It go just be sadness." She fought back a fresh wave of tears as she said Samaru's young sons were complaining they weren't getting kisses and hugs from their mother. Christmas won't be no Christmas, she said, begging once again for her to be reunited with the family.
Wait, sir. Right, we're going to throw some voice notes now, but a cop detained for alleged plot to kill minister.
Get involvement in a plot. Detained for alleged plot to kill Minister Trinidad artiste also held under SOE Provisions 8 News Wednesday, December 3, 2025. One stop fix all. Edgar. Get involvement in a plot to murder. Detention orders issued against them. According to the detention orders gazetted on Monday, Constable Philip Marcus Oring will remain in custody until the state of emergency, SOE, ends in February next year.
I had to play some voice notes, I had to take something else. Oh boy, let me go down into some serious business here. Let me deal with some voice notes. And Officer Shabadi was calling, man. I wonder what he go say about that day in truth. Let me hear what Officer Shabadi will say about that. Let me hear. Police Youth Club. Yeah. Let me hear. Well, I can come with any other topic, eh? Well, I promise now the lines are open. But this topic really kind of burning. You know, you hear that cry of a mother. But what we go say? You do the crime, you play the time. You know, some people say that. What we go say? Oh boy. Well, I ain't getting on to hear this, so I'm gonna play some voice notes there. I'm gonna play some voice notes. Oh, I ain't getting that voice note, boy. Where the hell is this? What do I do here, boy? Come. How am I getting that voice note? Alright, but meanwhile, let me take a call. Morning.
A pleasant good morning, Andy. Ann Brown here, Mr. Lennox, director, and all on the live stream. Andy.
Ann Brown here. Morning to you, ma'am.
Far too long I have been calling for people to have respect for the Prime Minister and her office. What we are witnessing today is poor parenting skills, and we cannot reward bad behavior. Your action have consequences. For example, you can't expect to plant one thing and expect to harvest something else. If we choose destructive behavior, we will see destructive results. On the other hand, if we choose discipline, respect, and responsibility, our results will reflect that. Life responds to what we do, not what we intended to do. Next, very important public service announcements. Drivers Rehabilitation Program, you need to register. The Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation through the Licensing Authority invites disqualified drivers to attend the Drivers Rehabilitation Program. This program takes place on December 8th and 9th, 2025 at San Fernando North Community Center. Time 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Participants, it's free of charge. You have to register early at licensing.motw.gov.tt. Let me repeat that again. You have to register early. Licensing appointments.mowt.gov.tt. Have a nice day, gentlemen. Thank you.
Andy, good morning again to you, Lennox, Mikey Newbie, and to everybody out there. Andy, concerning the would-be assassin, I had to call her that. Leave her right there. Because I said in my first voice note, is more than what she made, and then she went after Linda and Mark. And then tried to feign ignorance that she never tried to overthrow no government. That's why I say I want to remind all of those outside here who want to make videos, all your mouth and make all the stuff.
You're saying your first voice note are here in here. All right, so let me go to that first voice note.
Andy, good morning to you, Lennox, Mikey, Newbie, and to everybody out there. Andy, your actions have consequences. She should have known, but you could, from the way she sounds like she's simple too, because the way she speaks. Right? You cannot speak properly, but you're making threats. You're making threats. And the thing is, and anybody, this goes to anybody who wants to go and make another video, right? Concerning threatening the Prime Minister and her cabinet, her government. Read up on treason and sedition. You didn't try to overthrow no government. You didn't do this, but your speech. That's the kind of ignorant she is. And the thing is, like, she had no remorse. She tried to defend what it is she said in the second video and went after Linda and Mark. Went after Linda and Mark. I don't feel sorry for her. And I can't wait to hear when they arresting Kim Cole. I make no apologies, because they're overdoing it. They're overdoing it. What it is the lady doing so wrong in this country that all you have to want to threaten to kill her in the cabinet or whatever? What is she doing wrong? All what Rowley did for 9 years and 7 months and 20 years.
So Kim Cole threatening too? There was some of the video Kim Cole was threatening, and let me hear that. Well, them go get paying people where they have to shut up all their mouth.
28 days. 3,540 days. Nobody ever threatened him in that manner. But every Monday morning, every Tom, Dick, and Shelley want to make a video threatening the lady. And you notice, and it have a next one, a nurse, I think this is a nurse. I waited to hear when it is they go to arrest her too. All they just forget all they have children when all they're doing is stupidness. All they saw studying, the nurse was the one with the fat, right? All they saw studying the fat and the this and the that and the other, all they're not taking into consideration what's coming out of all their mouth. But a lot more of them should get it. A lot more of them should get it. Because they're too fast and out of place. And Andy, before I leave, I want to tell Farley something. You didn't have mouth for Keith Rowley, right? Because everybody used to ask you, why you're not meeting Keith Rowley, why you're not talking about Keith Rowley. Why? And I mean, you could attest to that, Andy. But now you're coming to say, nobody coming to tell Olin Tobago what to do. I want to remind him something. Mrs. Pasabi Sessa is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, not Trinidad alone. You are not the Prime Minister of Tobago. You are the Chief Secretary of the THA. There's a big difference. You get your money from the central government. Yes, I know you supported Mrs. Pasabi Sessa and whatever, but you see that remark that you made? That remark that you made is what nailed you to the cross. Because everybody know you never tell Keith Rowley a word. But now you come to say nobody can't tell you what to do in Tobago. And I heard this next newbie opposition senator talking about they didn't get permission to nobody gave them permission. How she know that? Or is she just spreading the propaganda of the PNM as usual? Come on, Fali, you could have do better than that. You could have do better than that, man. You disappoint me, dear. And thanks a lot.
We papa.
Oh Lord. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, man. All right, so I just had to finish here the next one day. We done hear a certain part already. So you just finish here the next voice.
And to everybody out there. Andy, concerning the would-be assassin, I had to call her that. Leave her right there. Because I said in my first voice note, there's more than one she made, and then she went after Linda and Mark. And then tried to feign ignorance that she never tried to overthrow no government. That's why I say I want to remind all of those outside there who want to make videos, all your mouth and make all the suffer consequences. Now I sent you this thing with Brian Manning talking about what the Sanya ground would be like the Wild Wild West. No, we went through the Wild Wild West with Keith Rowley, you and the PNM. You remember when the 5 children were killed in Grandy overnight? 5 children were wiped out from a family. Yeah, I think it was in Grandy. What about the child, the school child that they pull out of the taxi in Laventille and kill the child? Right? What about all the children that were killed? What about when they can't get the person they're dealing with, they're going after the families? And you talking about Wild Wild West? Like Brian Manning, that's just to show you how ignorant you are to what was going on in this country. Under the how many people were killed in the home invasion? How many, Brian Manning? So it's all right to jump the fence, kick down the door, right? And deal with them. And that was the Wild Wild West. But what people tried to do now to defend themselves and defend their homes is Wild Wild West, or you're always making excuses for these criminals out here. Always. And it clearly showed that you and the PNM, by that action, that thought alone, you didn't care about the people of this country. Look at how many people died in 2024, 600 and something alone. That was the Wild Wild West. When they're passing and shooting at people's houses, I think that's not Wild Wild West. But you defending your home is Wild Wild West. I tell you, every time all you open all your mouth, all you're removing all doubt as to why it is all you should never get back into office. Thanks a lot, Andy.
Andy, good morning. Big Ram here. Blessings to you, my brother Mikey and Lennox. Andy, this woman, she get what she deserve. Let her spend her time in jail. Lesson learned, I quite understand, after she served her time. Don't feel sorry because her words didn't sound sorry for me. She meant what she said. Make an example out of her. You cannot go about broadcasting your mouth like that and expect for people to feel sorry for you now. You have to respect the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, whether you like her yes or no, right? It's PNM or UNC. We have to respect our Prime Minister. So yes, no pardon. Serve your time. Blessings, Andy. Big Ram here.
Yeah. Yes, Andy morning. Leave she ride it. Continue to beg for she put the mother with she if the mother wants she to be close to she put the mother with she ride it in the cell and if the man wants she home for Christmas put he too. Put all of them in the cell with she leave she ride it. She was too blasted disrespectful. If you do that and bring she out, the rest gonna believe that they could get away with it. Set a blasted example. Kamala Prasad Bisesa leave her right there. Roger Alexander leave her right there. She will spend a wonderful Christmas in there. At your mother and your man with she in the cell and it's one happy family together for Christmas.
Bang, 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 bang. Lennox, I want your thing. I just want to tell you, ask a question. If the Honorable Prime Minister said, pardon the lady, their mother begging for she to be let out and all those various things, people say, well, she there, however. But what do you think about this one here? What do you think about this voice note here?
Yes, Andy morning. Leave she ride it. Continue to beg for she put the mother with she if the mother wants she to be close to she put the mother with she ride it in the cell and if the man wants she home for Christmas put he too. Put all of them in the cell with she leave she ride it. She was too blasted disrespectful. If you do that and bring she out, the rest gonna believe that they could get away with it. Set a blasted example. Kamala Prasad Bisesa leave her right there. Roger Alexander leave her right there. She will spend a wonderful Christmas in there. At your mother and your man with she in the cell and it's one happy family together for Christmas.
Andy, quick. Yola, Bobiola, this is for you. If you're a Christian person, I grew up in a Pentecostal church. I grew up. And I know forgiveness. I'm a kind-hearted person. People make mistakes in life. If Jesus could forgive a harlot, people who do wrong things, Judas, who is her? I'm coming biblical here, you know. You're all supposing you as a Christian person, or some of you not. Right? People make mistakes, people make choices. They don't thinking what they're doing. You know? The betrayal of Jesus Christ, Judas, and his disciples, he forgave them. He forgave them when he on his cross. He gave his enemies. Who is her? She did something wrong a couple times, yes. But you forgive them 70 times 7. You know what you're talking about. Which Bible are you using? Right? Kamal is a compassionate person. She will forgive her. I know that. I know her. I know the family very well. Right? And that's what you said is not right. I don't care what anybody says. That's my opinion. Okay? Let she go her life. She will learn her lesson. That's a thing she will teach her children not to do. That's my opinion. All right?
Bang, 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 bang. We Papa! Kendrick Passad want to know what kind of Christian Beulah is. Hey! Let me continue this thing. Let me play these voice notes, yes?
Andy, good morning, Orlando here. Kendrick, my friend. Kendrick is correct, but Andy, I will do it on a different way. I will let her go the day before Christmas. Partner, the day before Christmas. Let she stay there for a good couple of weeks, understand what it is, and give her good probation her between 6 months to a year to be out of social media and no make no videos and not get into trouble. 6 months to a year. You get yourself into trouble, you're going to go back again. You have to do it like that. So your partner, not really partner, put on probation. That's not partner, probation. 6 months to a year. Get out of social media, don't be into social media with person. That's what I would do. Kendrick, have a good day, my friend. Later. Annie, one more thing. Annie, Patricia Reed. I thought you were smart, but you're really foolish. Really foolish. Madly foolish. You could apologize, lock up on a lock up, you're going front the court. And said in front of the judge, which camera will get a video tape of it. As simple as that. What the hell you talking about? She lock up, she can apologize. What kind of dummy Patricia Reed? I always thought use it. Use the it. You don't know what you say. Later on, bye.
Andy boy is different sides of the same coin, boy.
Boy, I out of that. I out of that.
But of course, this is entirely within the discretion of the Prime Minister. But I wonder.
But Lennox, let me ask you, who are the power?
If it is within her discretion. Because of course that is an independent entity.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but let's face it, the Minister of Homeland Security is also the man who signs off on that particular document to incarcerate, if you want to call it that, those who the state in this state of emergency believe is a threat to the peace and security of Trinidad and Tobago. And therefore, what I'm sure that the Prime Minister can speak to him. I don't think that he would not listen or in any way consider the opinion of the Prime Minister, even though, of course, he has the responsibility solely according to the portfolio that he holds to, of course, sign off on those detention orders. So it's a very delicate situation that the Prime Minister may well be willing so to do, but whether she is constrained by all of the other factors, and you don't want to in any way ignite any ill feeling, let me put it that way, by the law enforcement agencies, who would have, of course, deploy resources, human and otherwise, intelligence, in order to have that person where she is today. So you have all those factors to weigh in. So on the balance of probability, and I'm using a very low standard here, on the balance of probability, I don't believe that the Prime Minister will want to get involved, because there are so many other moving parts that could be affected negatively by that gesture. Yes, I believe that in her heart, just as Kenrick, she maybe she will have some sympathy for the woman and her plight. But let's face it, the contriteness is not issued by the perpetrator herself, but somebody who is acting vicariously on her behalf. In this case, of course, is that of the mother, and whether or not she will feel that gesture, whilst is a motherly, whilst it is maternal, the fact of the matter is that she herself, one would want to have some kind of impression that she is really contrite and she's really sorrow. She really is sorrowful for what she has done. So there are a number of, it is a complicated thing. So if the Prime Minister remains silent, I would not be surprised on this matter. And if she, of course, speaks because of the public nature of the plea of the mother, then I would expect that she would, of course, give an impression taking into account the law enforcement and all of the factors that gave rise to the incarceration at this time of that particular individual. So there you have it. As I said, I'm sure that she, as a woman, as a Prime Minister, happened to be a woman, and having regard to her track record, will want to forgive the lady. But it's whether or not the circumstance, having regard to all of the factors, that she can make that happen simply because she is prime minister.
Not only that,
we want to follow.
Not only that, I mean, watch out. That might bring a lot of problems too, because it will be like, we're good for one, good for all.
Obviously, if you forgive her, then you should forgive all those young men who are inside, all of those who would have, including, of course, the police officer that was recently issued a detention order for by the minister. In addition to that, of course, we have other factors, the Guerra guys and so on. And incidentally, having said that, we now know that who we can pinpoint now who was the minister that was threatened, having regard to the recent detention orders. That of the police officer who would have been involved, having been stationed in the Sangre Grande the police post. And then, of course, we know that Guerra and members of his family as well, I think his son or something like that, have also been detained. So that even though it was early in the game and might have been one of the factors that would have caused the reinstatement of the state of emergency. When I say reinstatement, I mean a continuation, because remember there was a particular stage, and then you have a second stage, and then you have a fourth stage, and then of course you have to get a certain amount of members of the parliament in order to ratify a continuation or justify a continuation of the state of emergency. So we know now who that minister is, and well then was. And so so a lot of things are happening now, and we are getting to understand why the government had to move the way that they had. And of course, those who would have had political agenda, and that's another thing. The woman who is being pleaded for now by her mother may well have been motivated by a political agenda, because I can't see nothing else operating in one's mind to, of course, ask the Venezuelans to target the home of the Honorable Prime Minister. I can't see it, unless, of course, you are rooting for the opposition, who, of course, don't care, and clearly that will benefit. That kind of belligerence will certainly benefit the PNM. Right, as far as they're concerned, because we have heard it all over the place, in government, out of government, and now out of government, more desperate. And so whether or not she would be really genuinely contrite and appreciate what the mother is trying to do, when if she would have been the beneficiary of any leniency, I doubt it as well. She might well come out and say, for example, listen, I didn't ask anybody to advocate for me, right? Of course, and then rubbishing what the mother would have said, if not embarrassing what the mother would have said. So you have all those factors to take into consideration in, of course, considering whether or not that person should be released. But at the end of the day, it is the minister who initiated, is the minister who would, of course, make the conclusion or make the decision as to whether or not she should be released prematurely, because there's a specific period for which such persons are detained.
Nice. Ban, pleasant good morning to you. Long time we ain't see you. Ban, you come back here, and your first, well, they're the first one I see in Lennox. The war crimes issue is blowing up. It might take away Kamala as it moves, right? Ban again. Kamala might be charged for the war crimes soon. What war crimes? Kamala in any war with anybody? Kamala blow up anybody? So let me continue. Let me play these voice notes and them.
That's an asinine, far-fetched, what I consider to be imaginary, illusionary projection. So we're not going to even consider that.
Look how long Ban come on. When Ban do come on, look at the crap Ban talking. Kamala will war crime. Kamala have any missile. She blow up anybody.
And mind you, that is a narrative of the PNM,
Yeah.
I remember Brown talking along that line, right? Because of he talking about conspiracy and because you encourage so because I say kill them all because they're damaging my country as a leader. I am responsible for the actual act. Well, I want to tell them there's a big difference between that kind of talk of a leader, and it is more in the realm of wishful thinking, hoping because they're looking to protect the country, as opposed to what transpired in the Philippines. Well, of course, the former president there is now, of course, before the International Criminal Court because his fight against crime and narcotics and so on was taken to a level where he gave the instructions, and therefore in such circumstance, and a lot of families, of course, were in pain as a consequence because they were innocent persons who got tied up by the law enforcement agencies who delinquency. Some of them are delinquent and took advantage, and of course did all kinds of merciless things to their respective citizens. But certainly that is not the case here in the context of Trinidad and Tobago, and the comment that would have been made by our prime minister on eventual actions that was taken by another country, which in this case is United States. Incidentally, the United States cannot be touched by the International Criminal Court. Why? Because they are not a member.
Nice, look at that. John is saying the PNM lock up a guy for his remarks and the police beat him up. Example set now, this woman is no different. So the example have to be set for trying to kill the prime minister. Kareem is real. Karma is real. Right, Karma is real. Right, answer all the other laugh at Ban no make his grand entry. Or you know, Ban he just had to make his entry, you know, in whatever ridiculous way to make sure all you know, well, look, Ban is wrong. That is all. Patricia Reed, well, all you know, she will always be she. Lennox, you are real done. See, all right. Nadira Morning, right, I Patricia Reed, right. Right. So let me just go through the voice notes and then they quick call here. The international media will bring her up soon. Notice there is nothing in TNT media about those war crimes. I don't know what war crime ban talking about, but if there's anybody that get war crime, is Trump and them. Trump saying only human saying, yeah, blow up the boat. And the man admitting it. Yes, the next blow was blown up.
And they can't touch him because the United States is not a member of the International Criminal Court. So we're you're gonna let Kamala pay for his crimes? Come on, no justice system work like that in the harshest of circumstance. And those persons who say people are dunce and so on, well, I wouldn't view them as that. But of course, there are people who see in others that which is in them. Nice. That's all I would say.
Davey said Thanksgiving finished. Trump ready to work. Maduro, get ready. Now, let me just continue with these voice notes there.
Good morning to the magnificent tree. Mr. Lennox, boy, yesterday is one of the worst days I ever come across in Parliament. These people and them supposed to be driven out of Parliament because these people just not read. When you hear Al-Rari talk about 230,000 squatters wouldn't be able to defend themselves. It's only when the stand your ground legislation come, the 230,000 squatters will come into effect. What happened to them now? Because Al-Rari say what's going on with them now with house invasion. It's only when the bill comes in something will take place. But I hear them two women from Tobago, Miss Rajman and the next one, what name Simmons, Candace Simmons. Boy, them people like they have no sense at all. You know. Miss Rajman talking about the radar. You come to talk about house invasion and you talking about radar. These people really serious? What kind of people they put in to pass laws in Trinidad and Tobago, boy? Hear what this woman will say. I believe either she or Simmons, Ragman or Simmons. They say they cannot agree with, I think, the Minister of Agriculture to say that how a thief is a murderer or a murderer is a thief. That have a difference. And try to say, well, the thief is not a murderer because he just coming to thief. And the murderer can be the thief. This is the most stupidest thing I ever hear, because since I small growing up, I hearing about a thief is a murderer. And it has been proven several times. Because if a man come to thief and you oppose him and he had a gun, he will kill you if he have a weapon, maybe a knife or a gun. So then the thief become a murderer. It's not because you come into thief, you would murder a man. You will murder a man to get away. And that's why they always say the thief is a murderer. And she trying to sing all that. So, you know, these people are them just on politics with PNM thing and trying to bring down this government. This thing got to stop. The right thing is the right thing. They want to pass legislation to defend the people. And this is what they had to do. You talking about radar? That PNM thing. Hold out to big way and one radar. We talking about this legislation. These people are mad in a way. Okay.
Hi, good morning. Show the Bible. We see where when we ask for forgiveness, God forgives and He wipes it off. But we always have to pay the consequences. From Genesis to Revelation, you check it out. The consequences you have to pay. Bless.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So let me organize now and take some calls and play out those set of voice notes. So I know it was only voice notes since Lennox Street since I think in there. So now let's take some calls. The lines are open. Boy. Have many
yes,
topics.
The lines are open, people. The lines are open. You have the numbers so to call us. So just call us because of course we are bubbling at this point in time. We are cooking with, of course, everything: steam, wood, gas, etc. I mean, it is just bubbling. So just make your calls and let's hear your contribution. This is a very interesting topic indeed.
Hold on, Mr. Carnage. Let me take the landline first. Go ahead, landline. Landline, go ahead, landline.
Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning. God bless all you.
Yes, Granny.
I want to say something this morning. Granny very old. Right. Now, when I grow my children, I have a whip. My neighbors have whip. And if they do something wrong, and you whip them, and they cry, you do not make them hush. They will know that that is a wrong they do, so they will not do that again. The woman says she thinks, the woman is a woman. Let her face the consequences. Don't put children and mother in front of that at all. The woman who gets kidnapped, this year gone, Barcy Street in Kerr, is a woman wasn't that kidnapping. It's a woman the whole world. She never get away. And those who were shooting with the police, 1 or 2 get shot. It's a woman was set up that. The maxi taxi, all those 4 or 5 bandits, it was a woman in that. Where get she at? Let she face the consequences. Right. If you see fire and push your hand in it, tell me if you will not get burned. Leave her there. You're sorry for someone who barely hungry to give them a meal of food. Christmas got past, I was a widow. A widow is when someone husband dead. A widow is not. A single parent is not. When you have two children for two different...
Hold on, Karnat. Right after mommy, you go talk.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
A single parent is not. When you have two children for two different persons and you're calling yourself a single parent and want to go to the UNC people to get help. Get the parents to mind those children. And I say, God bless all your boys. Because of all the boys, I could know what's going on in my country. And I could afford to have a say. With the way that thing in Tobago, the first prime minister of this country should grantly add on to her radar by the effort. Don't take it by the lighthouse they had radar. Upman and the lab here by the lighthouse they had radar. They didn't have electricity. But American people and English people, they know the work, how they do it. Thank you, boys, and God bless all you.
Thank you very much. Next caller, morning caller. We're calling. Karanat's going.
Pleasant good morning, brother Andy. Pleasant good morning to you again. Lennox Smith, pleasant good morning to you. Trinidad and Tobago, pleasant good morning to you all. You see how we just want to use things for all different sort of purposes. We want to use the Bible. When the Honorable Prime Minister was in opposition, all you used to hear the things people used to be saying about this woman. These people using social media and protesting the PNM agenda, threatening the life for the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Andy, you could remember, I see people, we went through certain things for that 10 years under we protest I could call things, Andy, by the Finance Minister building. When we went and protest, I could remember it was there. Police come, I had a mannequin, police come, and I had also forcefully put back the mannequin in the car because Rowdy was in power. And the Donnyman and Brother Anderson by the parliament had also called me, Kana, don't come back here, they're coming for you. Or by the Savannah, when Lennox get the thing in the back and Mighty K get locked up, there was protesting and nobody wasn't talking kill. All what we were saying is Rowdy must go. Rowdy must go. Nobody never talked. I never seen none of us, none of the activists who was supporting the opposition in them time ever call on a minister or letter or wanted a minister to die or anything like that. But look now, the new administration come in office and everybody using social media to protest. And we just drink cocoa tea, we just drink Milo tea, we just drink all kind of tea. That sympathy thing I walk in, and that pretty face thing I walk in. The people now know she had children. And before the election, a man bought tie strap and tie strap them and they lock him up and they lock him up. Look, what she name is? What she name is the beater woman? She will jump the wall, kick them in the face, do them all kind of thing. She want to do this. I need to have to set example for these people. It's no sympathy thing, brother. You know what? And I want to say something again. Mr. Fali, I respect your position. I respect you, right? But what I want you to know, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago is the Prime Minister for Trinidad and Tobago. You understand? So if she making decision, she making the decision to protect the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So, right, don't take it upon yourself because the PNM over there might be pressuring you a little bit and balling more outsiders. Ms. Kamala Prasad says, no outsider. She's the head of national security. She's the head of Trinidad and Tobago business, and she's seeing and doing fit what she's supposed to do for the people at Trinidad and Tobago, brother. So, right, please, all of we were locked on and we listening, we watching. That is what I have to say this morning, brother Andy.
Thank you. Next caller. Morning caller. We're calling from. What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Good morning, Ground Report, and season greetings to one and all.
Hey, no longer I hear from you, my friend. Well, I know it's God you're saying, but you know you have to say it your way. God. Go ahead, morning.
Good morning, sweetie. Good morning. That woman has to pay the consequence for what she did. She did wrong. God already forgive us for all the wrong that we did. But the consequence, she got to go by the law. It's nothing about let her stay there and come out before Christmas for her kids.
her parents is raising the kid, her mother is raising her kids. Let the grandmother raise the kids better than she raised her. What she's doing there is wrong. If Kamala forgive her, Kamala have to forgive Rowley for the wrong that he did. And if she had pardoned her, Kamala have to pardon all the criminals in the jail. So it's not gonna happen. She have to pay the consequence. Season greetings, guy.
We papa.
Well, the people making sense, you know.
Yeah.
Making sense. We try to find a way to, in this maze of what I consider to be difficulty, to find an excuse, but the argument is overwhelming. It's very difficult to extricate and to isolate and to find a way out for this particular individual, in spite of the very passionate and emotive plea of her mother.
Yeah, but what I will want to but I will answer that because we have a caller. Everybody too is also what's trending is people are telling constantly telling Fali that Kamala Prasad Bissessa is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. So I wanted to break down why will people be so hard on Fali, what it is he's doing that will come across to the people of Trinidad and Tobago too, that Fali is stepping in the wrong direction or talking in the wrong direction at this point in time. Because look, I heard Carnage and all is saying, is cautioning Fali, not because you're under pressure with the PNM, because remember the PNM always have this, that don't bring no UNC, no Trinidad politics across the Tobago. When we Trinidad and Tobago, and we will be in Tobago for the politics in Tobago coming here soon. And we're not feeling no remorse for being in Tobago, fighting with Tobagonians, side by side, because we are all Trinbagonians in this country. And I hope that no Trinbagonian or our chief secretary for Tobago don't go down the wrong road like before and feel a hole and make PNM interrogate him on the grounds of Trinidad people or people who deem to be pro-UNC and the ground report and all the lie low and don't talk and still to Tobago politics. That go be a bad. It go mean that he holding down the same and wanting to keep the same status quo as Rowley thinking when the people of Trinidad and Tobago is saying we about unity. It's Trinidad and Tobago. We all, including Tobagonians, as Mother Bernie have been saying, love Kamala Prasad Bissessa, and we shouldn't give PNM that power. He shouldn't give PNM that power to make him feel that Tobago is separate from Trinidad. And because it's an Indian government. Well, so-called...
Yeah, finish, yeah? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I recall using the term, there are those who see in others that which is in them. But I think in addition to that, you have to say, there are people who would like you to do not only unto others that which you would like them do unto you, but there are another category of individuals who, of course, have find a pathway and maybe have a hybrid situation between both let's say ideas or concept. But the point I am making is that Fali of all people, if he doesn't, ought to have abreast himself and know that because he's the chief secretary, that legally there are certain responsibility within the confines of the law and the relationship between Trinidad and Tobago, and I dare say, in addition to national responsibility. National responsibility, therefore, is the ambit of the national parliament or the national government. And therefore, in such circumstance, Fali ought to have known that when the national security, for example, apparatus makes a decision, or the National Security Council acting for and on behalf of the cabinet of the country, which is the government of the country, then of course he has no say. But I like the fact that he brought back himself. I didn't hear it from any one of the concerned, rightly so, commentators. But let me reiterate. He finally did say that he is comfortable with the communications between himself, meaning his office, and that of the Prime Minister, meaning the office of the Prime Minister in this particular case, because it's impacting on the personality that occupies these offices. We have seen that with Rowley, and we are seeing that now with this government, and therefore Kamala Persad-Bissessar. So what he said in essence is, listen, he could pick up the phone and call the Prime Minister, and she would respond almost immediately. That is what he said. As opposed to having extreme difficulty to communicate with Rowley in that way when he was Prime Minister.
All right. Well,
so therefore the communication is clear, but at the same time, he must know that the responsibility of national security rests with the government, the central government of Trinidad and Tobago. And I think that should solve that problem.
Nice. Go ahead, caller. Morning. We have a lot of callers on the line.
Good morning to you, Andy Williams.
Good morning to you, Kunji COP. Call you anything, but don't call you collect or a PNM.
You know that? Oh, you know that. That's the real thing. Good morning to you, Lennox Smith. And good morning to Mighty K. And good morning to all the listeners of the Ground Reporter. I wouldn't come down on Farley for making political statement on our platform. Right now, Farley and they're in politics in Tobago right now, and Farley have to tell his followers and them what they need to hear to get that support, to get our 15-seater, because the propaganda that the PNM spreading in Tobago, they'll get that reaction. And I don't think that Farley say anything wrong or anything. He have to tell the people and them what he have to tell them to get that 15-seater. He have to use his political strategy.
If I may interject, I want to tell you, go to the top of the class, because he was talking politics, but you notice I was talking strictly legal and the law, and therefore there's sometimes the politics and what is required clashes with the tenets of the law. So you're quite right that he was talking in a way to make sure that he secures his vote, because he's the man that called the elections for the 12th of next month, and at the same time, of course, knowing full well that whatever is done nationally and in the response of the Prime Minister and any objective observer will be in the direction of the legal parameters and limits that each entity or office has. So well done, my friend. Go ahead.
And what he said over there is based on his reaction was based on the actions of the PNM. They were spreading the propaganda on them and trying to miss the people on them, and that was the reaction of the PNM propaganda that was spreading over there. So I wouldn't get on that. I will leave Farley let he contribute in his politics and use his political strategy, because evidence show in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago we have that unification and that support with the Tobago and the government of Trinidad and Tobago. We have evidence show that. So I will tell the PNM, go for me with that propaganda that what they're trying to spread, and somehow we trying to pick it up. Somehow we trying to pick up too, but I will leave that alone. That young girl that the mother played, I understand what is compassion, and I give the mother full 100 for crying out for the release of her daughter. And her reaction again was the actions of the PNM, was the PNM, because when the PNM had the state of emergency before election, the laws that they put in, have this girl locked up today. Because if the PNM didn't put in those laws on them and those social media laws on them, and you don't have to have a warrant to run in people's house and all them kind of thing. Today, that young lady would have it under freedom of speech. So that reaction again was based on the actions of the PNM that create those laws on them. And next thing, I don't believe as the Prime Minister could pardon. She could forgive, but I don't believe as the Prime Minister could pardon that. The young lady breached national security laws. And when you breach national security laws, it is worse. It is worse than a young girl or a young boy running in a store and thieving something and a parent asking to pardon them. That breach, what she breached over there, that is national security laws. And is national security, national security arresting somebody over there and put them out, cannot even pardon she. I think the mother should go to the president and ask for pardon. And if I have a little say, I will ask the Prime Minister to forgive her, because watch me. This is somebody that was arrested based on the laws that the PNM created, that never pelt nobody, never hit nobody, never commit no gruesome act, but breach national security laws. You understand where I'm going with it, Lennox Smith? Because somebody who hit nobody and cuff nobody and sell no drugs and then do nothing gruesome, but say something based on the laws that PNM created. Because of PNM action, this young lady locked up over there. But according to she mother too, you have to watch all your mouth. All social media is not for her to come out and be abusive like that. And the most amount of likes she get is about 100 and something likes. You even get US money for that. All you have to watch what you're saying. And that coming out based on the panic. Because the PNM panicking the people and them. And when you panic the people and them. Well, you say something like that
doesn't guarantee that she would come out and say, well, listen, something like, that is my mother, that is not me. I didn't tell them to do it. But of course, the fact that that happens post facto, after the fact, it means therefore she could simply say that because she's loyal to the PNM, right? Because clearly there could be no other agenda about a PNM agenda, because the PNM would benefit from such what I consider be reckless and ill-advised statement. But go ahead, yes.
And the PNM lawyers are them not even coming out to defend and speak on she behalf or any kind of thing. Not one of them PNM members them was among she parent. Begging and pleading for help for her daughter. And when the PNM panic the people like that, I expect to see more people come out, because the things people saying on social media. So the things, if Lennox Smith, if this government is to pass the social media laws that the PNM was going to pass, you can't say damn, or you can't say anything about politicians on the radio, you know? Otherwise you'll be arrested, you know? But I have compassion and I can understand. The young lady never kicked nobody, hit nobody, thief nobody, commit no gruesome act. So I ask for forgiveness too. Thank you. Hello. Lennox, are they still?
Yeah. Sorry about that, but
yeah,
I'm multitasking. I'm doing some work here, then I'm doing some work here too.
All right, Andy listening?
Yes, he would have been there, but
all right. I want to tell. I want to.
not seen him on YouTube. But go ahead.
Well, I want to tell Andy Williams.
Thanks very much.
If I was to,
well done.
I want to tell Andy Williams, if I was to collect copyrights money by him saying "We Papa," My bill, his bill would have been $1.2 million already if he was to pay copyright for that word we papa.
You're claiming intellectual property infringement.
But if I was to collect it, it would have been $1.2 million for that we papa. Thank you.
You know what I mean? I'm saying that it's yours, so it's intellectual property that Andy has infringed. Is that the direction? All right, okay, see where he is gone.
I want to say we papa all Trinbagonians own we papa.
Oh, I say like
all Trinbagonians.
You was absent without cause.
Yeah. All Trinbagonians own we papa. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, but the man claiming intellectual
Go ahead,
property.
caller. Morning. Next caller. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, gentlemen. Lennox and Andy. Barakpur here.
Morning to you, Mr. Barakpur. You go ahead, my brother.
Andy, let me tell you something. People is talk us at I just wonder if they realize what they'll be saying and things sometimes. You know? No law, no matter who pass it, once it comes to the parliament and it is legislated, it is laws of Trinidad and Tobago. And every citizen have to abide by those laws. We got to agree over it. That's what that democracy is. So talking about PNM law and UNC law and thing, it is something too sensible then, to put it softly and tender. You know, see, and you see what people don't understand. Democracy is something where it comes like you have all the powers in your hand. You become the judge, jury, executioner. You become the policeman. You become the street sign. You become the litter warden. You become every single thing on your own. You have to become the driver on the road. You have to be every single thing in a democracy. Because that is not where you know out there. You're not living in a place like China. You're not living in a place like Russia. You're not living in some kind of Sharia law place in Afghanistan or some kind of thing. You have to know now how to respect people. You have to know where your boundaries are. Nobody can tell you that because you're volunteered to abide by a democracy, not in a communist kind of state. You have to know not to throw garbage on your road. You have to know what you're saying. You have to know how to respect. And that's a big responsibility upon a citizen now. And what is even more detrimental to where democracy is now is the example you have to set now for others to follow. Because in a democracy, you see one idiot open their mouth and talk. You will see a 99,000 of them behind them running, coming and doing the same thing. So when you're talking about pardon, you see what we do, we live too long in this country without consequences. We live too long doing the wrong thing. Every single day you just hear politicians coming on all sides talking about corruption, and who. When time comes for people to get locked up and prosecuted, you don't see nobody getting locked up and prosecuted. And that is emanate down into the society where people just feel that they could say what they want, do what they want, and then say, okay, we should apologize, pardon them. We have to start somewhere in this country. Whether or not you have 20 children, you have no children, you have to know that what is right and wrong, because we want to teach our children what is right and wrong, buff them up and thing. But we have sympathy for Well, she ain't cuff nobody, she ain't hit nobody. And some of the worst crime in the world was done by words, not physical action. Sometimes physical is even better than what and the effect it would have to generate wars and to generate hate and these kind of things. So we have to take into consideration these kind of things. And we then cannot behave like PNM and then want to pardon us under a UNC means of compassion and all this kind of nonsense. People have to be real in this country. I could be singing all kind of nonsense, and then some idiot decide that Barack singing some song about take a cutlass and drink your rum and go and chop up the neighbor and thing allegedly and all that kind of thing. So I had to say that. And then some idiot might do so and do that because you hear on a lot of times many of the assassinations and things that took place, like John Lennon and things, is what people was listening to music and decide that how they want to carry out what they was listening to on the song. You know? Music becomes a mantra in your ears. And then you just become like somebody who dedicated to act on what you hear in them school shooting and all these kind of things. That is stem from music. Same way with somebody coming and saying, hey, assassinate the prime minister, do this to the prime minister, that thing. Some idiot could decide that, oh, hey, hear what? You know, I listen to this person, this person is my hero. People have to understand the level of illiteracy we in Trinidad and Tobago really have, you know, especially when you're groomed with the division that took place for so long with PNM and Eric William, the racist agenda that how he carried out and how he manifested governance in Trinidad and Tobago to protect illegality. You see in the stand your ground laws taking place, and I listened to the debate that is coming from the opposition, and something had to be wrong with these people. And I just always say, you see debates like this, where stand your ground laws and things is concerned, before them dotish sort of fools on them come to try to put a point across. I just imagine you have a stand your ground law and people talk about radar. What they need to do is to go and take some time. Don't only read about it, because plenty people, it's only when something happens to them when they understand what it is really about. Go and visit a couple of the victims of home invasion. Let them go and visit them. Physically sit down and talk to these people. They wouldn't 100% understand what they went through and what they're feeling. But let them really see these people face and know that what they are debating is contributing to other people facing the same situation what these people are going through. And then go and visit some of the people who incarcerated that committed the crime. And tell me if you don't see the people who commit the crime happier and more better off than the ones who the crime was committed against. And they are the ones who outside free, and the ones in jail living more happy and more peaceful and more comfortable than the people who outside free. They are more in prison than anything else. And these idiots are them trying to defend this law and look for all kind of loopholes to say that is a bad law. And then we go come back now and talk about laws when a law passed, it is a law for every citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. It's not PNM law, UNC law, what kind of law it is. So people have to get we facts a little straight and understand that when we speaking and we saying something in the public domain, let me do practice what we're talking about now. Let me do be a part of it too. In saying that, okay, let me be a little more sensitive. I don't have no problem with who passed laws in the country. Once it is passed, that means that it's a majority and everybody abide by it and everybody had to live with it. After that, we want to hear no pardon and thing. We want to hear enforcement. We want to hear prosecution. We want to hear protection. We want to hear the chain reaction takes place and everybody now benefits from these laws. And Trinidad and Tobago could be a more happy peaceful place for every citizen, whether or not who you practice, what race, religion, what ethnicity is. That's how Trinidad and Tobago had to function. That's how our democracy does function. So asking for pardon and feeling sympathy because you are children and thing, that is not my business. My business is that if you could be pardoned or be sympathized for what you say, then when I thief, when I chop up, when I rape, and when I kill, and when I this, and when I that, I will pardon too. You understand where we're coming from? So it are not like a small crime or a big crime or a little thief or a big thief. You're a thief, you're a criminal, you're a drug dealer, you're that. Whether or not you commit a little one, once the crime is committed, it's a crime and you need to face consequences and law. Otherwise, we will continue being where we are today. Always feeling sympathetic when you go and thief in a grocery. Okay, she only come and thief milk, so pardon she. And always look for excuse for people to continue feeling that after they commit a little crime and they get away with it, they could do something more bigger and bigger until it becomes so disastrous. Then we say we didn't nip the tree by the bud. We wait until it become a grown tree, then, and now we want to straighten it. Have a good morning, gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of the holiday. Take care.
Thank you very much, Mr. Barapo. Thank you so much. Wow, is everybody calling? Everybody calling. Whoa. I'm going to play some little bit of voice notes too. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Lennox?
Yeah, go ahead, caller.
Andy. Good morning. That person only talking about with the assassin threat at Kamla. And that person from Diego Martin? Is that Diego Martin person? That person, if you check, she married him. She made him. She and the campaign manager for Keith Rowley had the same surname. Check it out. So she groomed from small to do them kind of thing. So, and another note now, with Fali Augustine, Fali within his rights to say or to feel that he should at least be informed or consulted. Not to make any decision, but at least to let him know that this thing going to happen in Tobago, because at the end of the day, he have a position in charge in some form or the other in Tobago. So at least somebody should have the courtesy to let him know. They don't have to publicize it to everybody. And concerning Maduro and Donald Trump now, you know Trump pardoned a criminal who's serving 45 years in jail for drug trafficking to the United States. A fellow named Hernandez, because he wanted to get a regime change in Honduras too, because the present government not in support of the U.S. policies. So he pardoned a former leader who was serving a sentence. Trump released him 2 days ago. He was serving 45 years, convicted in a U.S. court for trafficking billions of dollars in drugs to the United States. And he going to kill Maduro because he said Maduro laying drugs come in the United States. What kind of disjointed policy is that? People have to understand
Let us get it in the tail, boy. Let him man talk. Go ahead, partner. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a disjointed policy. In one hand, you're pardoning a drug dealer convicted, and the next hand, you're saying Maduro bringing drugs in the States. And you want to kill him. People have to understand geopolitics, partner. America, since Chavez take over, they're trying to get back the former people back in power so that Exxon and them could go back and take the oil for $2 a barrel from Venezuela. And Venezuelan people in the millions was suffering, living in the favelas outside Caracas and outside them big cities. People start to see the way. Chavez start to build proper housing for people. You know, like how they beat them
was the Beatam before they built up them pretty half decent house people in the Beatam were living on. I used to pass there and the place smelling stink and there's galvanized house all over the place on the Beatam. People, the government end up building a kind of semi-decent house now. People living in at least, it's not the best, but at least they're living in some kind of humane condition in the Beatam. I just be in there. I have friends in the Beatam. It's not like how it used to be in the late 60s. Lennox, you probably know. The Beatam used to be smelling stink when you're coming down the highway because there's a certain galvanized house looking like people take up scrap from the dump and build house in the Beatam. People still living in at least some kind of semi-humane condition.
So you're saying that Donald Trump pardoned the former president of Honduras, and he's a known drug trafficker or all those various things, but he's hung down Maduro.
The man was in jail in the States, serving 45 years for drug trafficking. And day before yesterday, Trump pardoned him because the present government in Honduras not totally aligned with the United States policies, so they want to get rid of them. Our next regime change kind of thing taking place in Honduras right now. So it's hypocrisy on the part of the United States.
Sami is saying he does not know, well, you does not know if the man was granted pardon because of a deal. But you're picking up Glory Maduro. That was Munsami, well,
that is the deal. That is the deal. The deal is that he will come back and get back in government again, a convicted drug trafficker. But he's saying Trump is Maduro is a drug trafficker. He wants to kill Trump. And killing Trump means killing thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Venezuelans. Because Venezuelans supporting Donald Trump. You know, yesterday when people talk about the plane, Maduro plane going Brazilian border.
Mr. also said that the smell of the Beatam didn't come from the governor's structures and all those various things. The smell came from the swamp.
No, partner. Me, you know where this Munsami person is from, but I used to pass on the Beatam as a little child with my father going in town. And the Beatam used to smell stink. Not no dump.
She said the swamp. The swamp is what gave you the smell, she said.
The swamp used to smell stink?
Yeah, she said that is what you said smell stink, not all the people.
So how can any swamp not smelling stink? Or the swamp in a river not smelling stink? How do you tell what swamp used to smell stink? Now river not smelling stink? Caroni not smelling stink when you're coming down the highway? The Beatam used to smell stink.
Right, but you're also mentioning that how Maduro, Trump maybe think a deal for the man to go back to take over Colombia. And Munsami, Mr. Cruz want to know if you was there, sit down seeing the signing ceremony of that deal, if you was there, because you saying about Trump paying back the mandate to go back in Honduras or to this or to that or to jump in the grounds or to help the United States or to be a pro-government for United States. So Munsami and other people, Mr. Cruz, other people want to know if you was there in Washington and you know what deal was made for you to be talking those allegations that is why the man was pardoned.
But what I say is not allegation. Trump pardoned the man day before yesterday. The man out of jail today. Fernandez. He out of jail today. He was convicted by a United States court and he was serving 45 years. So we should not sign what deal. This is how the politics go.
No, but remember you said that how Trump do that in order because the Honduras president that is there now in Honduras is anti the United States. And you said Trump pardon this man who is a drug this and that running down Maduro because you want him to come back there to be pro United States of America. Yeah. So what they are asking is if you know what was the deal about, how could you say that the man was pardoned for that?
It's all over the internet. It's all over the internet. And watch me. When you say anti-United States, I'm not saying that. I saying pro-Honduras. Like how Maduro is pro-Venezuela. He wants the best for the people in Venezuela. America don't want that. America wants everything in United States favor. They make about Venezuela.
All right, so you see the deal. You see the deal that was strike for make Trump tell go that juggler then. You see the deal, you see the written deal and everything.
Oh, you mean written deal? The facts out there, Andy. The man pardon the man.
Right,
Trump
but remember you
pardon
say the man pardon the man for he to go back to Honduras to make sure that Honduras is in America's arms.
That is how the politics is played, partner. It has something to come in the light and something they do behind closed doors. But at the end of the day, when you're checking the overall politics, this is what the aim is for. That is what the aim is for. The man want to kill Maduro because he can't get at the oil, and Maduro, after 20 years of sanctions, and since 2018 when they put in additional sanctions, and they literally embargo Venezuela from getting medicine, food, all kind of necessary things for people to survive comfortably, and they realize they're failing, and Maduro and going people are getting rid of Maduro. Now they want to declare war on Venezuela.
All right. Barry Boudram, you said here, Barry Boudram, you are saying, I now see that you're with us here. You are saying, Barry Boudram, yes, Trump did pardon the man. We know Trump pardoned the man for a valid reason. Barry Boudram, what is the valid reasons that was given to pardon the man, Barry Boudram? I don't know. Would you be able to tell us what was the deal or what was the reasons Trump gave? Could you please let us know? Oh boy. Let me take this call quick here too. Morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Morning, ex-police officer. Like you want to have your 1 cent, 2 cents, and 3 cents. You don't have much time, so try to squeeze in all the cents in one.
Right. Let me tell you, the people talking about people have a freedom of speech in Trinidad. You do not have a freedom of speech in Trinidad. Language section 49 of the Summary Offense Act 1102 tell you language can be annoying, language can be disturbing, and etc. It's a broad thing. So you do not have free speech contrary to what I'm saying. This is why it is enshrined that the Parliament, under the speech and debate clause, have free speech. And you notice plenty of time when they are debating, the other side, they say that outside now, say that outside now. You know why did they say that? If they say it outside, they could be sued. But they have a way that they get around it. And that they say it in Parliament, they get the media to print it, and then the next day, they quote the media. So the media print it and then quoting from the media so they can say it outside. People have to pay attention to these things, right? In Europe, right, places like England, Australia, Sweden, Germany, and those places right now, they are charging people and jailing them for posting things on the internet. And what I'm talking about is that people, relatives and things getting raped, little children getting raped by people. And the people are not being convicted or charged or anything. When they comment about it, they jailing them. So they don't have free speech over there. The only country in the world that I know of, and I stand to be corrected, that have free speech is America, because it is enshrined in the Constitution. No other country have that.
All right.
Right? And remember I tell you about the freedom of the press also. You have a regulatory body in Trinidad controlling the press. That body is making laws, not based in Parliament, but what them making. In America here last year, there was a case that went up all through the appellate system and make its way to the Supreme Court. It's called the Chevron Doctrine, where they say that this regulatory body cannot make rules and regulation and enforce it as law. Laws have to be made by the Congress, by the elected officials, not by the regulatory body. You understand?
All right.
And one thing I want to say before I go, you see the fellow talking about this oil and America oil? American companies is the companies that are drilling oil all over the world.
right? And they have part owner of all the drilling thing all over the world, including Venezuela, right? They get a certain royalties from it, but the government own the oil that they things. So America have control of all the oil around the world. Because all the companies that drilling oil, it's from
What's the name
America.
of the doctrine? What's the name of the doctrine you said that would limit regulations on certain?
The Chevron doctrine.
issues?
The Chevron doctrine. That Chevron.
Chevron.
Yeah. Oh, Lennox.
Okay.
You go like this one.
That's right.
Gary, we have the problem dropping by the time because I just had to take one more call. Clive Nunes calling. Oh boy. Barry Bujam is saying, I know this Ann Munsami, aka Sandra Cruz, on TTT board. She should not waste her time. She done there, we don't know that already. Next caller, when you have all this information, call early. All right, so caller, make sure call early when you have all this information. The government have to stop parliament privilege. All right, so Sharon is saying she want the government to stop parliament privilege. All kind of clong, oh shucks calling. All right, Barry Bujam is saying the reason given was the man was treated harshly and unfairly by the government. All right, the reason given was the man was treated unfairly and harshly by the government. That is the reason Trump give. Right. Alan is saying you can't come on Facebook and tell a drug lord to wherever and prime minister in a prime minister. Right. Oh boy. There we go. Caller, United States is the largest producer of petroleum. They don't Veni oil. Well, obviously it's one Veni oil. Who say Maduro wants the best of its citizens? Then why over 3 million people fled the country? Right. Noah say the fella is completely correct, Andy. So Noah is saying that the fella earlier that was talking about Maduro and the going of the person or the partner of the person, that fella is completely correct. Alright, that is what he's saying. Oh boy. John is saying, Andy, every country do seek their own interests, so that idiot have no idea what he's talking about. All right. Primrod say Barry Bujam is a troublemaker only. All right, Barry Bujam is a troublemaker only. All you could stop being dumb. Patricia Reed is saying all you could stop being dumb. Michael is saying, Andy, why you are allowing this caller so much at time? All right. Noah is saying the deal is Trump wants the felon he pardoned to get back in power. And the felon he pardoned is a convicted drug lord. That's what Noah is saying. Wow. Right, Sharon is saying any bad reason is valid for Barry. Wow, Sharon is saying any bad reason is valid for Barry Bujam in his assessments. Andy, that guy foolish. The smell was coming from his daddy in the car and not the beatum. Oh Lord. Right, I should have bypassed that. I didn't know it would have all the rest in it. So, brother, this person here say here, Rajan say, the smell was coming from your daddy because you used to travel with your daddy in the car, pass through beatum. But your daddy was smelling and not the beatum, they were smelling they at all. Oh my God. Right, I feel that will be enough, man. Oh my God, I can't go up no more. We papa, that is a million COP now get yes. We papa, that is the next million. But COP will get rich off of that we papa, yes. He only get read papa and promise some money and he can't get the money. Where we go see? All here, it's 15 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. I read a lot of you all comments. Well, Clive Nunes, oh yes, Clive Nunes wanted to say something quick. Go ahead, Clive Nunes. Use the last person. Go ahead. You have to close off the program. Go ahead.
Yes, because I hear the people talking about shanty tongue, and talking. Is what the newspaper called Black Power. When 10,000 persons, right, in 1970, carried a demonstration into Shantytown. And we exposed that and we demanded that they must put an end to Shantytown. So they began now to construct those very concrete places. But then Eric William called it Beetham Estate, right? And the masses say no, no. And that's how it is called Beetham Garden. You understand? Even Pandey made an error with that primary school, and he say on it Beetham Estate. You understand? But it's Beetham Gardens. So
All right, thank you very much, Clive Nunez, for that part of history. Oh boy. But we had to go 17 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. Lennox Smith, if you have anything you would like to clear up or say before you go?
Tomorrow, they gave us a marathon, so I will resume this discussion tomorrow. Well, with respect to Beetham, yes, Beetham had a stench by itself, and it was compounded, or put another way, that stench was compounded the stench of the swamp, because if you pass there now or during the rainy season or in very high humidity, you will still get a stench. But the caller was correct that Beetham was seen as a kind of pig style. Pigs were running up and down the place. An earth road, very decrepit buildings, wooden, they turning black and so on because of the exposure to the elements, so water, sun, rain, etc. And yes, and while this is a tremendous improvement, certainly when they still say in the Beetham, like the Mang Belch, meaning that, of course, that's the stench that comes from it because of the mangrove and the natural trappings that the that flora and fauna and that environment will, of course, emit as a consequence.
All right, so you're saying the smell in the Beetham is because of is the mangrove? Is the mangrove is where the smell stink?
Yeah, the mangrove, yes. Yeah.
All right, so we go correct the fella Lennox Smith.
But at one time, the Beetham itself had a stench by itself because of the pigs that were reared there. They would, of course, deposit their feces all over the place. It was muddy, etc. So that compounded the Mang situation. But today, the Mang still as we just say, belch.
All right, when the Mang belt. So we could correct the fella that said that when the fellow who was explaining, he said that the smell was coming from his daddy in the car while he was driving through to go to the Beetham, that the smell was coming from his daddy. So it wasn't his daddy who was smelling stink. It was the mangrove. So we go correct that, Lennox Smith. Please correct that.
Yeah. Some people get that immediately. They might have felt that somebody bloated while they were in the car. But in fact, it was the external, the environment that they suddenly got into, speeding down the highway, coming from, let's say, the east. And when you reach that general vicinity, I mean, the stench, of course, hits you in the face like a thunderbolt.
Well, right, but only on the ground report, Trinidad and Tobago, only on the ground report, Trinidadians has come up with a thing they, in order to tell a man that he talking choppiness about the smell of the Beetham. He said it wasn't the Beetham you're smelling, not the mangrove. It was your daddy who was traveling in the car. Man, Lennox Smith, only in Trinidad and Tobago, only on the ground report.
Why Trump pardoned that particular former Honduras leader? It's much more complicated than that one would have thought, including, of course, the presentations that were made earlier. So look forward to that tomorrow.
All right, so you will let us know. You will let us know tomorrow why Trump pardoned that president.
Yeah.
That former president.
But the fact is that he was in fact pardoned. He was convicted of drug and ammunition running to the United States. But of course, there are political and hemispheric and geopolitical issues that would, of course, that. In fact, I want to tell you that the man that Trump is back in Honduras comes from the very man that he pardoned party. So you will get an appreciation as at least you'll have an idea as to what's up. And of course, give people a chance to do their own research as well.
Oh, wow. All right, Trinidad and Tobago, don't forget tonight, the Corridor Transformation with yours truly, Lennox Smith, tonight from 8 o'clock. Also, don't forget Irvin Felix, 648
That same morning, boy.
television.
That same morning. Sorry to develop you. That same morning.
Oh, my Dada, pleasant good morning to you, Dada. Oh, boy. And only don't forget to, but I hope I see Dada on a board soon. I hope other boards will be given out. He being the deputy political leader of the Love Party. You know, and I hope eventually Dada.
In the fullness of time. In the fullness of time. Rest assured. In the fullness of time.
Nice.
Patience to say is virtue. Yeah.
Nice. So Trinidad and Tobago, don't forget Irvin Felix will be on for 12 to 2. So again, until tomorrow morning, please God, you all could have choose anywhere else to lock on. You all choose the Gong Report this morning.
Blacks is close confident want to get in the action too. So he says morning as well. So he expects a response. So quickly before they eat me
Who else say morning?
Blacks, one of our advocates and
Blacks, a pleasant good morning to you, Blacks. Well, I hope you and all get aboard soon. Again, they love, which is a part of the coalition of interest. Well, we see the wheels was moving a little slow. You know, I think it kind of still lay moving a little slow, but it started to pick up. It started to pick up its pace. So when, let me say, Blacks end up on a board, or my good friend Dada end up on a board, it will bring more weight to the wheel to move faster for love. And then we might end up seeing Lennox Smith in the Senate as a temporary senator eventually. Let's see how that goes. So Trinidad and Tobago, until tomorrow morning, please God, same time, same place. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. we are out of here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.